Okay. Let's go. Oh man. Yes, sir. We are back. What is up? We are now back with another video. Now we are about to start the trial of chapter 1. I am absolutely ecstatic. Before we continue, make sure you watch this video before you continue this video, because we're going straight into the trial, because the last episode, the daily life, and I also did the investigation along top with it. So make sure you watch this before you continue this. With that being said, we have lost our absolute homeboy, Hiruto. This game hit me with the absolute maddest twist that I really thought I was going to have two protagonists in this game. They shut all that shit down and said, nah. On top of it, he was the ultimate lucky student. I had him endgame, and that shit ain't happening. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and get into this. Hold up. Did they do anything with the profile cards? I'm actually curious. I don't think they did. Does it like show him dead? Okay, it doesn't say it, but yeah. We lost our boy Hiruto. I've already went and I've talked with every single one of these people right before. So we are getting straight into this elevator. Let's get it. Oh my. Go to the class trial. Yes, sir. It is time. Well, actually, before I start the class trial really quickly, I'm going to read out these truth bullets. I'm going to put a timestamp somewhere to where the trial will begin, but I'm going to read this out real fast. I'm doing it right now so that as soon as I click go to the trial room and I get there, I could just, if I need to pick out skills, I'll pick out skills, and then we get straight into it. All right, so I'm reading this real fast. Hiruto was lying on his back with a stab wound deeply embedded in him, but since the knife hasn't been pulled out, he was bleeding less. There was a small amount of blood from his mouth, but no other blood stains were present. Okay, got it. The floor in classroom 1A, the scene of the incident, is deteriorating and makes a loud creaking sound when you walk on it. Even with the most careful footsteps, you cannot completely muffle the sound, so it's a noisy ass floor. The file, Monokuma's file, was basically Hiruto, also as a student, died in classroom 1A. Estimated time was between 6 to 7:30, so it can't be anything past before or after those. Cause of death is presumed to be asphyxiation. There's a knife stabbed in his back, nothing else. Kazuki's account. According to Rika's autopsy, Awada died from having blood in his lungs. Conversely, he would not have died without a certain amount of blood in his lungs, and from the killer's point of view, pulling a knife out of his body would have been a more reliable way to kill him. In other words, instead of killing Awada with certainty, the killer took a gamble that was likely to fail. That's crazy. Misaki, Hitomi, Shoji, Kotori, and Hiruto got together last night in secret and organized a concert and lighten up the mood. Hiruto is believed to have been attacked and killed while doing the chores jobs for the concert. Got it? Jumanji's account. She testified that she was in the laundry room before 7 a.m. and that she left and went back to her private room before Miyuki had gone to the diner. She claimed she didn't see or hear anything else. Got it? Everyone's alibis. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a list, right? Okay. Misaki and Rintaro left their private room same time. Got it. And they meet each other. Miyuki, I left the room before and arrived to the diner, meeting Misaki and Rintaro shortly after. Got it. Hitomi, she was headed to the classroom a little after 7, ran into Misaki on the way back, and then Ego, Fukuoka, Shinano, Tsubaki, Kana, Justin, Shitanda. That's so funny how they don't call out Justin's name by his last name. They just call him Justin instead of calling him Mr. Blade or whatever. That's funny. Shitanda, Jumanji, Shashihara, Makawa, and Kazuki. They all discovered a body after 7 a.m. Got it? So the gray cloth found near Awada's body is crumbled and tattered, very large and heavy, and stained with Awada's blood. Got it? So we know it's a heavy ass thing. So if you don't have strength, you won't be able to pick this up. Gotta keep in mind. Mayu said she was in a diner until 7 p.m. the night before, and that the 4 kitchen knives were still hanging. No one was coming or going. The investigation also revealed that the only cloth available at the school for the killer to use stop the blood was the one lying at the scene. Got it? Shoji testified he was interviewing with Ukiyo in his private room from 7 to 9. The day before the incident, he then joined Misaki there afterwards. Got it? And then based on the footage left in Shoji's video camera, it appears that the cloth was a warehouse item. There's a clear why it's missing. All right, got all that. Okay. Now we are going to get in this elevator and start this thing up. Go to the cloud. Yes. This elevator, we could use it. No regrets. No, it's too late for regrets. All that's left is the future. And Wada couldn't have been closer to the other students than I was, but at the end of the day, he was willing to walk away from his fears. The truth behind his death must be uncovered. I took a deep breath and pushed open the elevator door. It is time. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm excited. Oh, this looks clean. Thup. Yo, that is hard. Look at this elevator. Got a green floor path. Oh man. With a deafening crash, the elevator plummeted downward, never ending. They were overwhelmed by the feeling that it was sinking deeper and deeper into the earth, and no one dared to speak. Silence reigned in the unsteady light of the elevator. Undaunted by the anxiety of one's death row inmate or 14, the elevator went deeper and deeper. All right, and we finally made it. Oh shit. How does this trial ground look? Oh, you're here. This space is, what do you think? This environment, I put a lot of my own taste into it. I like it. I go a lot. Don't you get the feeling that we're really in a trial? That's a long way off, you cheap stinker. Well, even if you don't like it, I think it's pretty cool, even though I don't like you, Monokuma, but I do like the trial ground. This teacher, who was humming and hollering in anticipation of welcoming you all, was heartbroken by the malicious comments, the reality of the decline of education. Ahem. Enough with the chatter. Let's get down to business. You will stand where your name is written. The name? Yes, the trial seats are labeled with their names. For example, Miss Tadaira, you can stand at the bench in front of you. Okay. Oh, we all prepped up, baby. As Monokuma said, we took our assigned seats and stood. Wow, this is a great picture. I'm so nervous. My heart is about to explode. I'm nervous as hell too. So let's get started. The first class trial. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. A trial for everyone's lives. We must win. We can live if we were able to explain Iwata's death. Iwata, I am so sorry. The very least I could do for you, I will gladly carry your will behind me and move forward. Bro, I took his protagonist energy. I'm taking his ultimate luck, passing it on to me, and I'm going to use it with absolute efficiency. And we're going to find a way to figure out who did this to you. You was a real one. I still can't believe they hit me with that. I'm not going to lie. I really thought I was going to have two protagonists. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so clean. And the curtains finally rises. A trial of lives, a trial of lies, a trial of betrayal. Yo, Satoshi! Dude, Satoshi looks so tough. A trial of reasoning, a trial of acquittal, a trial of trust. A trial of life or death. Class trial. This is lit, bro. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Okay. Would you like to save hotel now? Yes, we are going to save here. Boom. He did not. This Monokuma did not just hit me with a Monokuma theater right before the trial. Monokuma, what are you doing? Get off of my screen. Bro, he's already killing my vibes. He's literally killing my vibes. What's wrong, you guys? Yeah, that's you. The one that put this in the screen and ready to enjoy the partnering class trial that would begin soon. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. Monokuma suddenly invading right before the class trial is a plot twist that wasn't in the original. Bro, I literally had so much hype energy ready to go into this, and you're just killing the vibes. I'm here because I have a proposal for you. What's the proposal? I shall be blunt. You can find out who the culprit is. Bro, stop. Surprise? No surprise. Though he doesn't know it, Miyuki has already gathered all the information he needs to identify the culprit. This means that you, who saw and heard the exact same information as Yuki, can reasonably identify the culprit. While we're at it, why don't we try to figure out the culprit? We'll be rewarding players with an exclusive souvenir that you can only get this once. There's no penalty, of course, but if you're playing a deduction game and you're not deducing and is simply just picking plausible options on the fly, then feel free to skip this. If you guess the culprit and it's wrong, there's no penalty of having your save data melted away. Oh boy, I thought he was gonna say, yo, if I do this, he's gonna melt my save file. I'll be like, I don't know what option you gonna have me try to do. Hell no. It's just pure fun. So what do you think? Are you finally willing to think about who the culprit is? Okay, if he's saying this is just a guessing game, and I literally just read the evidence, I don't mind guessing real quick. Yes and not yet. Low-key, I want to say not yet, but let's see what yes does. All right, I like this. I'll give you a list of suspects and your truth bullets. So go ahead and show off your deduction skills. Go. Okay, I've already read the truth bullets. What the hell? I could actually go and check the truth bullets if I wanted to. Okay, but about that. All right, name the killer. Who is the Blacken that Hiruto Owada thinks? Okay, I'm just gonna guess off this because I'm not gonna go into super depth because let's be real. When it comes to trials, I feel like they always throw some curveballs that you're not ready for. But here's what I have an issue with right now. I believe the biggest suspects of all that's gonna happen within this trial is everybody that went into the classroom 1A to do the recital. My biggest thing right now that I have a feeling of who might end up being the Blacken is Hitomi, and here's why. Out of all the suspects, there's a bunch of people that don't have alibis, granted, right? But who was the one that said, we are going to go do the recital? Hitomi. She said she wanted to do a recital to brighten up the mood. So let me go back. Let me make sure. Misaki was there. Shoji was there. I don't remember if Hiyori was there or not. I don't think so. I don't remember if she was. But I know Hitomi was there. And then Katori was there. And then the last person was me for the recital. I have some weird feeling that it's gonna be Hitomi. Only mainly because she was the one that initiated, hey, let's brighten up the mood and do this recital. Oh, by the way, let's pick this classroom because I know how to prep things up. Coincidence? Potentially. But out of everyone here, and it's crazy because she says she's more on the shy side, but we don't know how she operates. So at this moment right now, I'm gonna go off of this because I know I had the evidence and I already looked through most of them. A lot of them don't have alibis. So that's another key factor because with the trials, anything can happen. And there could be something else that we don't know about. But at this moment right now, I have Hitomi. I'm gonna go with her. Sounds crazy, but let's see. Would you identify Hitomi Tadaira as the Blacken? I'm gonna go with it, yep. A young woman who probably hasn't gotten a drop of water on her hands, let alone blood, gets her hands dirty with murder. It's too funny. Well, you made your choice, and your guess may or may not be correct. This will be revealed in class trial that follows. Let's begin. Okay. I'm just curious, bro. Like I said, pure guess. Like pure guess, but like going off of the little bit of truth bullets that she had set something up. But like I said, could be wrong. All right. So luckily, I've already looked at the He handbook. So all I got to do is equip skills. Wait, I got 0 skills. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, I don't know if I forgot to buy any skills or chapter 1 was meant to have no skills, but it's okay. All right, and I already read through all the truth bullets, so we getting straight into this. Let's go ahead and start this class trial. Do you want to begin? Yes, I do. This is about to get so far. Oh my God. Let's go. Now, let's begin with a quick explanation of the class trial. Also, oh my God, we really here. The outcome of this class trial is decided by your votes. If you name the correct Blacken, only the Blacken will be executed. But if you name the wrong person as the Blacken, then everybody but the Blacken will be executed. And the one who fooled everyone else will graduate from this academy. Here comes the class trial. Damn, this man Nozomi looking tough as hell, boy. He's like blank expression, like, boy, we about to have to lock in to figure out who killed Haruto. Our first or last time they play with our lives. Before we get started, let's clear up a few things. Number one, is there really a culprit among the 15 of us? Misaki, I know you're a leader, but yes, there definitely is. Of course, among the 14 remaining innocent sheep, there's a wolf in sheep's clothing lurking. Wow. And secondly, what the hell is this next to me? It's just Haruto's portrait, bro. Come on. What can I say? It's like a ritual. Oh, he treats it like a ritual. You know how they post pictures of the body at funerals? Something like that. Ritual? Come on, Ryan. This is a whole lot of BS. What are we waiting for? Mayu is so funny, bro. She is the definition of like, I have to go off of efficiency. If we're not doing anything efficient in this freaking killing game in any way, shape, or form, you're wasting my time. You can start wherever you like. So then, why don't we get to work? The full course class trial. Even if it's a trial, I don't know where to start. I have a vague idea where to begin. For example, there was a dying message next to the body, or the body was found in a secret room. If there's anything unusual about this, we could discuss that Iwata's body was in a pretty normal condition. Well, was there really nothing unusual about it? I've been relatively lax in my biology studies, but the mismatch between the weapon and cause of death is still pretty amazing. A mismatch between the weapon and the cause of death. A clear indication of that is okay, blood stain, there's a stab wound, he's bled, we know that. That's a creaking noise. He died 6 to stab wound that we're presuming it's asphyxiation. According to Kazuki's autopsy, Iwata died having blood lungs. Conversely, he would not have died without a certain amount of blood in his lungs. And from the killer's point of view, pulling the knife out of his body would have been a more reliable way. Killing Iwata, certainly the killer took a gamble. Oh, they did take a gamble. I think this is the one. Oh! You're referring to the situation where the victim was stabbed and still died suffocating, right? Yep, correct. And that's what Rika's autopsy helped us figure that out. Yes, that's right. At first, I was confused as to why the knife was there, but Kazuki explained everything. If you don't have oh my god, I love how short she is. If you don't have any biological knowledge, you can definitely get stumped here. Speaking of which, I'd like to point out, did the perpetrator intend that outcome? The outcome? When they stabbed Iwata, did they go for it knowing that he would choke from his own blood? I can't say for sure, but based on a quick review, I'd say it's more likely than not. Interesting. Okay, so they have some knowledge. The knife pierced the lung, but at a very narrow angle. If it had been pointed a little lower, it would have missed the lung. Dude, hold on. So wait. I'm not saying it's Rika, but unless the killer did that shit out of pure luck, you have to have some knowledge with the anatomy to be able to pull some shit off like this. Not blaming her right now, but that's kind of insane. It's a wonder if a non-technical person could pull this off such a trick. You see what I'm saying? Well, we have some experts among us, right? Kazuki, including, thank you. See, shit, bro, me and Mayu are already on top of it. For example, the active criminal over there. Oh, true. Don't do that. No, don't. Hey, I told you, I refuse to see any slander on Misaki's name. Any slander. My soul will be broken. It will be broken if she is the one that did this. But she does know some knowledge on how to do that, especially after reading that free time event where she dislocated her shoulder. That's insane. Or is it the active duty knifeman over there, which I'm assuming Justin? Does that refer to me? Justin Blade. I love this guy. Or maybe it's you, Satsuki. Why would Satsuki have any? I mean, I know she's an athlete, but you think she has the capability of something like that? Maybe. Since when did she fall asleep again? Don't tell me. I don't know if I should say this, but I don't think waking her up is going to help us much. So let's just leave her alone. Anyway, I'll keep saying what I'm saying. I think you're a fairly rational person, Ego, but aren't you just grabbing at straws? Isn't that the whole point of a cause trial, to nail down every little thing that's easy to get away with? Hey, she's not wrong. I agree. I mean, you don't have to pinpoint every single little thing. Oh, by the way, dude, I love Satoshi's face, bro. Every time I see him, I'm like, bro, this guy is so funny. Yes, you have to look at all types of evidence. I know there's a time limit within the trial, but you have to make sure without a shadow of a doubt that everyone is fine with what's going on. Well, in this case, despite Kazuki's comment that no matter how much medical knowledge they had, it was impossible to commit such an outcome. Wow. Why would you say that if you know everything? Just thinking out loud. You mean I could just ignore it and walk away? Let's change the subject then. If I may chime in, why don't we take this as a starting point, a place to start a discussion? In other words, are you suggesting that we talk about the condition of Mr. Owada's body first? Yes, that's the peculiarity of the case, in Eagle's words, and this just happens to come up. Okay, fine, let's get to it. I brace myself and focus my mind, determining not to miss a word. If I notice something, speak up. Everyone's life depends on it. Did not set debate. Oh my God, would I like to begin? Yes, I do. Okay. During the class trial, non-stop debates occur during study. In the non-stop debate, characters will take turns speaking and discussion moves forward. Players must, find the falsehood. Got that? The point, mark with yellow text, and you could move your crosshair text and press the decision key to shoot. Some of the truth bullets collected during the investigation will be loaded, so players must choose the appropriate one. You can use the shift key to swap between true bullets. Okay, got it. If you succeed in shooting the right bullet into the right contradiction, you move on to the next scene. If you don't fire the correct you will fail the game and fail the attempt, reducing your speech by 1 and counts as penalty. If you're not a speech points, you lose a heart and the discussion continues. Please note that if you shoot a truth bullet where the yellow text is not aimed, your score will be deducted. Okay. Summarize. Pay attention to what the characters say and match the contradictions. Got it. With the yellow text. Use the S keys to skip and use the A to review truth bullets. So we can review our truth bullets. Note that you cannot fire a truth bullet while the cursor is moving. Please keep this in mind. Okay. Decision is Z character. Now let's begin. All right, let's go. Oh, no, stop. Okay, that was clean. Okay. All right, we only got one bullet anyway. Let's go. First, we need to address the state of Owada's body. Dude, this is clean. The body is in classroom 1A. That's where we found it. Got it? That makes sense. He was probably killed while preparing the concert. Owada said he would at 6:30. Got it? Once he arrived at classroom at 6:30, he was probably setting the stage. Then the killer walked behind Owada's body. They must have fought to kill Owada. Who did such a horrible thing? Okay, I love that. The Monokuma file contains brief information. I think about what was written. I think I might be onto something. Okay, that's cool too. I like how you still can read the text of each one. That's fire. Okay, so we know. All right, can I skip? Yep, I'm skipping this. Boom. We're gonna shoot at Shoji's statement. Boom. Boom. Yo, no, this is clean as fuck. And we get the save? Hold on. We're in cinema. We're actually on cinema. Hold up. Let's do a brand new save file for that. Yes. Bam. This is tough. I love that. And then if we really want to go back and review the true bullets, everything's in English, so we got an idea of everything. But still, nice. Oh my God, I love this game. No, I love this game. This trial's about to be peak. Fighting? That's not possible. Why? According to the Monokuma file, Owada's body was clean except for the stab wound. If you had a fight with someone, it would have left a mark, right? Correct. But they could have fought and accidentally left no trace. As far as thinking goes, if they were fighting with someone else, why would they end up with a knife in their back? True, that means someone got snuck. The only time a knife gets stuck in your back is when you're completely overpowered. But if you fought that hard, will it leave a mark? You don't think there wouldn't be left? Yeah. He's a broken man now. Erica, stop! What is with you? Bro, Erica literally doesn't do absolutely anything, reads and just chills and vibes. As soon as someone gets roasted, she has to pitch in and hit the nail in the coffin even harder. Well, it's a natural part of the discussion, so there's nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I should mention that. What is it? Owada was stabbed. Owada's cause of death was blood choking with no other traumas. The only force the attacker used against Iwata was a single stab motion. I asked Kazuki and she said it was quite the gamble. Is that true, Kazuki? Yes, exactly. If the culprit wanted to kill Iwata for sure, they would have used a different method. The most obvious way is to pull out the knife and stab several times. I love Rika, bro. I swear she's analyzing this thing. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. So it's safe to say that the killer was lucky to get away with the murder. It's easier to understand it that way. Wow, that's so someone just did it and got absolutely lucky that a situation like this happened. Why did they do it? It would have been much better to kill for certain. Can't you tell? I can see that by the look on your face. What? Ryan? I can't guess. It's the blood. Blood? Are you referring to the blood stains? Yes, that's right. The killer didn't want blood on them. With the Eagle's comment, the debate entered a new phase. Let's listen to the Eagle's idea. All right, let's go. All right, cloth. Yes, they used the cloth to cover. Probably covered up. The killer didn't want to be covered in blood. That's my argument, and it's true. Okay? When you pull out a knife, blood rises according to the heartbeat, right? That's why they couldn't pull a knife in front or stab them multiple times. That is certainly a possibility. But there's no evidence to support that, right? No, I'm gonna hit this one. They didn't want to be covered in blood. Most people wouldn't. Is there any evidence to back it up? Yes, there is. I just wanted to read everything. But it's a cloth. Yep. There's no evidence to back that up. Boom. Yes. Yo, I love that animation so much. Oh my god, this game is peak. Boom. Let's go. Fukuoka, just out of curiosity, you've never been to the scene. I was there. Is it because she didn't see the gray lumps next to the corpse? Shouldn't the person who did the research on this be given the right to speak? I saw it, but what exactly is it? The cloth was crumbled and bunched up, lightly stained with Iwata's blood. Based on the shape and placement of the blood, it's reasonable to assume that it was stopped with Iwata's blood. I see. Where did they get that cloth? You know, back in the warehouse. The warehouse is filled with stuff that you could use. That is... Come on now. I already know. Get me to it. Get me to it. Cloth source. Warehouse, baby. Yes, sir! Based on what Shinano's video camera happened to catch, it was originally in the warehouse. I heard about it directly from him. How did you manage to find that? I just got a little lucky. I walked around this school all day with my camera on. It's not that surprising to get it recorded. Bro, this is why I need Shoji to stay alive endgame. Bro, I have a bad feeling with him. I'm worried about him the most if he did this scenario too, because mind you, he's still a suspect here. But his camera is vital information, but I don't see him being the killer. I'll be totally honest with you. If he was, I don't think he would have been willing to give up that evidence with the camera. That's just my personal philosophy though. I walked around to school all day with my camera on. It's not a surprise that it gets recorded. Then the culprit was really trying to stop the blood. If you've ever heard it, you'll know that it's not only big, but because of the material it's made, it's quite heavy for its volume. The killer would have stabbed Mr. Iwata with a knife while holding the cloth in their own hand to catch the blood that splashes out. That's counting if they have 3 arms. If it's that heavy, it's definitely unnatural to hold it with one hand. That's right. The killer would have approached Mr. Iwata with a bizarre gait and holding a heavy cloth in one hand and a knife in the other. The cloth would have been thrusted forward and the knife would have been thrusted forward even more. It's ugly to think about. And when they thrust their knife forward to stab Iwata, they must have been wobbling badly because of the weight they were placed from behind. The perpetrator isn't stupid and should have thought of that when they brought the cloth to the crime scene. But the culprit still took the cloth. Why? Because it was necessary, maybe? Ryan? Yes, because it was worth the risk to stop the blood. For instance, the blood splatter on their clothes. The killer must have paid attention to that. What other choice did the perpetrator have but to bring the heavy cloth to the scene for that sole purpose. For example, prepare lighter fabric or use their own clothes. I've already looked into that. Judging by the size and weight, that would be the most likely choice of the culprit. And don't think it's a little silly to ask if you can use clothes. They would not leave the cloth on the ground. From the killer's point of view, it's just a bit of Awada's blood. That item would be the easiest to throw away and get away with. If you use your own clothes, you're just advertising that you're the culprit. Agreed. But what if they didn't throw it away? The killer? Do you think there's a reason for that? There isn't? First of all, I don't know how they would answer the question of why they're carrying an extra large cloth if they run into someone. If your route overlaps with the laundry room and you can make the excuse that you were on your way to the laundry room, you're in luck. If not, you're in trouble. Agreed. And even if you manage to get it safely to a private room, it takes time to wash the blood off. Even if you don't wash it and just hide it, it's hard to say no to someone who wants to search your private room, and it takes time to burn it. All the killer's actions are predicted on the premise that the body will be found a short time later. Why not eliminate all necessary suspicion for behavior? Thanks for doing the talking for me. She's like, thank God I got someone doing that. Oh boy, I don't like to waste my words. It's too much efficiency when I speak. I got to use it for prime time moments. Yeah, that would be a lot of work. Agreed. To summarize, the culprit was holding the heavy cloth with the intention of not allowing a single drop of blood to splash on them. And the act of not pulling the knife out of the corpse? Yeah, that's the idea. But discussion doesn't move forward, that's all. The killer is reluctant to blood. That's clear. Katori? They're probably like, what the hell did you just say? When you think about it, it's not that surprising. Psychologically and rationally, a murderer wouldn't want to have blood on their body. Yeah, that's a given. Then we're not finished. Oh, bro, lock in. Everybody shut the fuck up. Satoshi, what you got for me? This is just the process to get to that obvious fact. And now this is the real deal. Not only you are overlooking something more important, you don't even realize you're overlooking it. What is it? Tell me with no more pause. You don't even think about it without using your eyes. Hey, Shitanda, can I just say it? I don't know if we're thinking the same thing as you. With this happy face. What's with the aesthetic attitude? Fine, I'll say it. We went so far to say that the killer was extremely reluctant to have blood splashed on them. If so, the culprit was looking out for others' eyes. Others? You mean everyone but the killer? Of course. Is there anyone else out there who's living face to face with us? Someone else? Whoa, I thought you were asleep. Satsuki locked in for a second like, huh? Someone else. She went right back to sleep. She's a lost cause. Moving on. Here's the kicker. When did the culprit carry the cloth to the scene? Huh? Was it not when they were committing the crime? Do you think before you speak? Whoa, wait, don't speak out here like that. My God, you chill. What did I miss something? Let me just explain. No, Ego, I think I know. When the killer moved it to the crime scene. The morning before the incident, the night before the incident, the morning of the incident. It had to be the night, right? Yep, there we go, yep. The night before the incident, or at least close to that time. At least there's one guy with a brain. Thank you, Mayu, I appreciate it. Why then? I have no idea. I think I get it. We've already deduced that the culprit was extremely concerned about being seen. It is unlikely that such a culprit wouldn't have cared about what others thought when they moved the cloth, right? Oh, that was it. The cloth was bulky. If it was the size of a kitchen knife, they could have wrapped it with tissues or other items and hidden it inside your clothes. But the cloth was not an item that could be hidden at all. According to Shinano, the culprit somehow managed to get the cloth from the warehouse to the scene, and the best way to do it is during nighttime, while everyone is supposedly asleep. If these two places were right next to each other, it would be a different story, but they're somewhat separated. You're walking from the classroom to a private room or restroom, and you're nervous about being spotted with blood on it. You're telling me that they would have been wary of being caught carrying cloth from the warehouse to the classroom. Exactly. It's suicidal to carry something as conspicuous as a cloth out in the open when your body is about to be found. True. I'm sorry, what you got, Ryan? I don't know about the weapon, but I don't think getting caught carrying something like a cloth would be that deadly. Oh, what you got? What is going on with your brain cells? Whoa! Say you saw a guy walking away with a big, heavy, suspicious looking cloth. Later, the cloth is lying at the scene of the crime. Isn't it pretty obvious what's it pointing to? I guess he's just making a comment, Mayu, please. In their defense, they may have intended to take the cloth back and just didn't work out, and they leave it behind. Bullshit. At that point, you're making excuses for them. Didn't you hear what Miyuki and Shitanda said about the clothes earlier? You'd be already drawing attention to yourself by carrying the cloth around. Yo, Mayu is fucking cooking. Everything she's speaking right now, I'm loving it. I don't think it's psychologically possible that someone who's going to commit murder would do something like that. Another reason, the fact your hands could be covered in blood. I swear Erica just comes at the most random times just to be with that devious smile just to say something. Like, it feels like she likes this shit to me. To me, it feels like she likes this shit, low key. Isn't it easier to just leave it on the scene than to get rid of it? It's more of a nuisance, really. Do you want to continue this defense, Mr. Knight? What's with the nickname? Call people by their names. Trying to defend a killer like this, and I'm being called for names. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry, Rhea. Bro, Ryan is getting absolutely roasted for just saying anything, man. If we're clear, let's move on. We were talking about when the perpetrator brought the cloth to the scene, right? At least the killer didn't take the cloth at the time of the murder. They were looking for an inconspicuous moment. Once again, the most appropriate time would be at nighttime when few people are awake. You mean the culprit moved the cloth in the middle of the night? That's a mistake because I was patrolling. Oh, wait, I did, but I never saw the killer. In the end, Awada's death, my fault. I'm sorry, Justin. Wait, he patrols at night? Does he just do it himself, or he just does it just to do it? What? You've been patrolling in the middle of the night since Misaki, I was gonna say the same thing. Since when? Nighttime start to finish, no dropouts. Hold on, this guy is the fucking homie. He literally, so does he like sleep during the day and then nighttime he's out in the wolves like posted up like waiting for any suspicious moments. Catch culprit. Oh, good. That's funny. You didn't sleep? I'm used to vigils. A few hours of nap is enough. Wow, that's crazy. Now, you know, your methods are flawed, leader. But I, too, failed to keep Awada safe. I have no right to blame you. I'll take my well-deserved punishment later. Oh, don't, Misaki, do not say that. You're trying to bring the morale into the group. Like I said, I'm ride or dying for you no matter what. Like, I promise you, you are trying to do this with the absolute best intentions. Okay, let's put aside the question of who's wearing the armband here. What we need to focus on now is when the killer moved the cloth. Didn't you mention that at nighttime, the night before was probably the best time to take the cloth away? Yes. They wouldn't have had a chance outside of that time during the day. The reason for that is... What is the reason? Okay, is the reason for that because of the concert? Because they were all there, lighting the mood, and we have been attacked during the thing. Would it be the concert? Okay. When Awada decided to be in Class 1A, it was near the end of the meeting to organize a concert the day before. It was a little after nighttime. Why would Awada had brought the cloth in advance if he didn't know where it would be at any given time? I mean, as far as I can tell, since 10 p.m. last night. Yeah, everyone understands this, right? I'm talking about the suspicious people. Even though Awada told them in advance where he would be in Class 1A, not everyone heard him. The people who could hear that were, from this point, Flash Anagram will be, would you like to, yes. Flash Anagram is a mini game that lets you put together fragments to its flashes. When the flashing anagram starts, different letters will randomly appear on the screen. The goal is to look at the characterizations screen, infer to write words to fill the bottom left. Yeah, got that. Question marks on the bottom left. Present should be filled starting from the left. Please note that the letters must be struck a total of 3 times and be put into the blanks. Okay, I got that. And if you try to fill in the order incorrectly, the words will not be completed and it'll rather reduce your deduction points. There's no penalties for pressing the decision key in the air, but you will lose 1 point in speech power if that time limit expires. Now, the time to start Flash Anagram. Okay. Okay, is it one of those because it's in, what is it, Korean that we're not gonna be able to... Oh, concert. Wait, it's I did 3 times. Con. Wow, this is so cool. No, this flash anagram is sick. Boom. Okay, gotta get an N. Concert, let's go. Yoshi. That was hard. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's go, bruh. This is such a vibe. You have absolutely no idea. Like, I'm actually having like the funnest time doing this shit. Let's go. 4 people made the concert. That means the culprit is among these people. Damn, so like I said, Shoji, Katori, Misaki, and Hitomi. Oh my god. Do not tell me it is Hitomi. Well, first off, I'm crashing out immensely if it's Misaki in any way, shape, or form, but I highly doubt it. But right now, I am looking at you, Hitomi. Just before the class trial began, according to the testimony heard in front of Elliot, the 4 of you had never spoken about the concert in advance. That means we could safely narrow our suspect pool down to 4. Well, no one's going to change their testimony like an idiot, are they? Now, are they? Guys, it's not me. You know that, right? There's no way I'm a murderer. It's too much for a little body like mine. I'm not a big guy either. How can someone like me just kill people? I think that's a different issue. I stumped on this one. And Hitomi is just quiet. Calm down, Shinado. We haven't even identified you guys as the culprit yet. If you were in the killer's position, that only makes you more suspicious. Whether they're the culprit or not, we'll see. I'm going after the facts, okay? I agree. So the conclusion is the killer brought the claw to the scene beforehand and used it to commit the crime. Yeah, that's right. I'm sure Wada snuck it into a place where it couldn't be moved, like a locker in the back of the classroom. Or maybe it's the classroom next door, which doesn't really matter since there's almost no difference in location between the two. I see. I got it. Yep. Going from 15 suspects to 4 is a very big achievement. Well, it made logical sense because, like I said, and there could be a twist. No one else knew about the concert besides us 4. Everybody else was outside unless someone, right? Like, let's say we was inside the room, unless someone was behind the door, was listening in to hear what was going on. That's the only thing. Or it could be something else way left field that I don't know about right now. But with the facts we're going with at this moment, with all the facts we have, it's looking like it might be one of us 4. Oh gosh. I'm surprised you're able to draw this much inference from only a piece of cloth lying on the ground. Yes, it's an important piece of evidence with the victim's blood on it, but I didn't expect it to be used like this. It's a huge accomplishment. Damn. Oh, but Satoshi's thinking. He's like, hold on. There's something else. I know. I'm sorry, bro. He's a puzzle champion for a reason. I just have some urge, some feeling. Not sure. Is it really okay to proceed as is? See, I'm telling you, he might see something else. What? I'm asking if it's okay to trust that guess. You reasoned this with me, so why are you doubting it now? Of course, I'm aware that we thought about it together, so I'm certain that there's no errors. What I'm saying is that there are other possibilities. Can you elaborate on that, Mr. Shitanda? Our reasoning is based on the fact that taking the cloth is suspicious. Does it have to be? Of course, if you want to hide the cloth naturally, you have no other clothes left. You have to do it in some other way, but that method is more natural. It's a big cloth, so of course the things it used to hide have to be big too. And the things that stand out are... Oh, wait, Mai, you saw something? Oh, crap. Yo, she's like... Oh, shit, I think I messed up a fatal flaw. What's up? What's that supposed to mean? Did I fail to notice this possibility and ignored it? I'm sorry, everyone. Feel free to yell out my name. Whoa, is this a chance for revenge? Yeah, this is a chance for revenge. Fuck you, Mayu. I didn't say that. Someone else did. Time to unite. Those who have been ignored by ego. I'll have plenty of words for you after the trial. Anyway, what was that oversight? She literally said it. Didn't Ego mention that such a big cloth was carried? The things it hides must be big too. And the same goes for the things that stand out. But there are people among us who can't stand out even when they're carrying something that big. They've been carrying it since our first meeting. Don't tell me. Okay, Shoji has a camera. Justin, he has a hood. Satsuki. I mean, Rintaro's wearing a robe, but it's not a big cloth though. It's Ukyo, Katori, Erika, no. They've been holding on to it since our first meeting. There's not Hiyori. Satoshi, no. Mayu, no. Ryan, definitely no. He's dead. Misaki doesn't have anything on her persons. Rika's too small, can't even carry that he told... Oh, shit! Dude, do not tell me my theory is gonna be right, bro. Okay, my theory, it's not even a theory. My thought process at this moment right now is that he told me because she set the thing up. But she's been carrying the cello behind her back the entire time. But she could have taken out her cello, put in the cloth inside of her cello, and no one would never know a thing unless I say, hey, Hitomi, let me see it. No. You're trolling. No shot. I think that's the theory they're gonna go with. Hitomi literally had the cloth. Or, like I said, first off, like I said before, she set up the room. She said, hey, let's all go get our morality. She started that. Next, she's the one that picked the room. Next, she said nobody else move, knowing about the creeks. She's already playing out her natural habitat in that classroom 1A, making it as she is knowledgeable about concerts, but she laid it all out. And so Hitomi, with her massive bag, can take that cloth, put it in her bag, and no one would ever think a thing. Unless I ask, hey, can I see your cello behind your back? Wow. Are you referring to Hitomi? Oh my goodness. Oh, we're at halftime already? Oh God. No, you're trolling, bro. Y'all are trolling. What? Okay, hold on. Hold the fuck up. I'm going to save real quick. Alright. Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, get me straight back into this right now. Oh my God. Yes? Tadira, you can't be serious. Who else could it be? Among the 15 of us, Tadira is the only one who carries something this big. Wait a fucking minute, Satoshi. I would have never thought of that a day in my life. That cello bag. Yeah, the cello bag. That's... If it was a violin, maybe not, but a cello is pretty big and so is the bag. If you take the cello out and crumble the cloth inside, it should be about the right size. The fact that the cloth was left at the scene in that state might also support this. No, there are only 2 times I take my cello out of my bag, when I play it and when I take care of it. I didn't take out the cello to hide a cloth inside. You call that a counter argument? Oh my God, Satoshi, I cannot lie. You cannot, bro. Misaki, why don't we leave it at that? It's not like Tadira has been identified as a culprit. There are still 2 paths open to us. It is possible that the perpetrator concealed the cloth with something and carried it openly, or is it possible that the culprit carried it sneakily without concealment? The former is only available to Hitomi, and the latter is only available to the concert organizers. Either way, there's Tadira's involved, but in the end, it's useless unless they reduce the likelihood of the latter, don't you think? Mr. Saki is right. As long as the latter's possibility remains, pressing the opponent towards the former won't lead to a clear conclusion. No. Satoshi's like, man, what the fuck? All I did was pull out a possibility. Well, that's true. No, this man is absolutely hilarious. I cannot lie. Oh my gosh. So let's take a step back this time. In indiscreet attack and suddenly backing off. Not good attitude. Hey, one thing I like about him is he says his piece and is like, okay, I'm fine with that. I just offered the you see what I'm saying? He just offered the possibility. Or did you want to look at it as an indiscretion on someone we don't know? Even so, you can't remember it, right? The killer hid the cloth and took it to the scene. In the end, the story of the concert should be back on track. It's not possible to make a final decision without the end of the story. Then, where do we proceed with the story further? How about this? I've been wondering something a while back. Anything is good, can you tell us? Why didn't Awada move? You would try to move while being stabbed. Do you have the confidence to crawl your back with a knife in your back and ask for help? I don't have it. I don't know what to say when you put it that way, but I thought it was a little weird that he didn't move a single step. Wait, what? Awada cause of death was asphyxiation, so it must have been quite a while before he choked on his own blood. It's a little concerning that he didn't move at all. True. Do you have any autopsy results that you're not sharing with us, Kazuki? No, I told you, and that's it. And I don't have any more information, so I'm guessing at this point. For example, he may have been knocked out by a blow to the lungs. Maybe he was knocked down by a sudden attack and had an unfortunate bump on the floor of furniture result in a concussion. Awada's body, there was no trauma other than a stab wound. Is concussion possible? Head trauma is when the skull is damaged or the brain is traumatized. It may not show up on the surface. Oh, so that's a guess again. That's why I said it's a guess game. Okay, so another thing she's probably posing up to is like, bro, Haruto was scared as shit, bro. Now, he resolved himself back, but he low-key could have been stabbed and was frozen to death by the fact that it actually happened. And thought his life was just over then. Because someone could, I'm not saying it actually happens, because I don't know. I mean, I've never been stabbed before, but I'm just saying in general, like, someone could have just been like, shing, and then he's on the ground. And his life is flashing through his freaking mind. So he's not even processing, like, what can I do to save myself? He's probably thinking, yo, what did I do to deserve this? Why is this happening? Like a trauma dump. Mr. Wada was also incapacitated by the stabbing, so even a mild concussion could have left him immobile. Perhaps. Not sure if it's a fainting or a concussion. It's a shame because if he had been able to move at all, he might have been able to reach out for help somehow. If he screamed, maybe someone would have heard him. That's ridiculous. The knife was stuck in his lungs. Of course, you're going to scream when you're in pain. He's been stabbed in his lungs, right? How do I explain this? You know that the lungs expand when the air comes in and sinks when the air goes out, right? Wow, really? See, guys, she's learning something. What a nitwit. Did you fall asleep in life science or humanities? Why are we suddenly talking about this? Oh, Erica's like, bro, get back on topic. An idiot will always remain an idiot, no matter what. I don't have a secondary education because I rarely take classes in the first place. Sorry about that, you highly educated people. Yeah, I'm saying, get off of yours back. Think of your lungs as a kind of balloon. They inflate when the air comes in and deflate when the air goes out. So what if you poke a needle into this balloon? It's going to explode, right? The lungs are similar, they don't explode, but the pressure difference between the outside and the inside is significantly reduced. Dude, I love Rika, bro. It can no longer hold air. Because your voice is the sound of air in your lungs going through your vocal cords, right? This makes it hard to make a voice when you have a big hole in your lungs. That's why Awada couldn't scream. I see now. She's like, oh my god, we wasted time explaining this nonsense. Yes, Tsubaki, you did a good job pointing that out. Let's move the story further from here. Wait, what? Huh? You said it yourself, didn't you? Awada didn't move from his spot. Thinking about the condition in which the body was found. He was stabbed in the back. What if we take this idea further? Ego seems to know something. What direction is she trying to take the conversation? I need to listen carefully what's come next. Okay, let's go. Ooh, okay, oh, now we got more truth bullets. Okay, being stabbed in the back. Oh, my fault. Okay. Obviously, he must have turned towards his back when stabbed. If he turned forward, he wouldn't have had a knife in his back. This eliminates the chance that Awada may have fought. Awada didn't know the culprit's face. He was stabbed without being able to see clearly. Awada must have been cleaning when he did. It's not strange if he didn't look behind. If only he could see who the culprit was. He could have made a dying message. it was not possible to begin with lack of blood. Mawada must have been looking on his back. Wait, he was looking on his back? If we look at the evidence we've collected. Okay, what are the evidence? Does Jumanji's account noisy floor everyone's alibi? Okay. Jumanji's account noisy floor. The floor in the classroom, when the scene of the incident is deteriorated, makes loud creaking noise when you walk in. Even with the most careful footsteps. Oh! Okay, hold on. It might be noisy floor. Because no matter what movement you make inside the classroom, you're gonna hear the noise. So if Awada's cleaning, unless Awada, like let's say there's a line of classrooms, unless he was cleaning one of the tables right before the door, someone still has to come in. So that means he heard the noise, turned, got stabbed. It's the noisy floor. I just have to figure out which bullet it is. It has to be noisy floor. Obviously, he must have turned towards his back when stabbed. Okay. If he wouldn't have made, okay, that's, yeah. This eliminates the chance that Awada may have fought. Awada didn't know. It's not strange. This one? That's the one. Yes! Oh! I love this game. I love this game. I'm absolutely cooking, bro. I cannot believe this right now. Oh my gosh. Do. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go, man. Well, wouldn't that be strange? Huh? What do you mean? No one else but you, as a concert goer who has been at the scene longer than most, should have known. The floor in class 1A is very squeaky, remember? Correct. Oh, come to think of it, that is true, isn't it? It was definitely bad, and I was walking as quietly as I could for fear of disturbing everyone if I made a sound. I can't believe I sounded that loud. I've become an inconvenience again. The point is, if the footsteps were that loud, there's no way Awada wouldn't have turned around. Correct. It's not that he's insensitive. It's just that he's a very polarizing guy. There's no way he would have given his back so easily. What if they killed the sound by putting something other than shoes on your feet? Even so, it's pressure on the floor anyway. Shouldn't it make a sound? What if you were walking on a desk or chair instead of the floor? Wait, what? Even so, it's pressure on the floor anyway. So shouldn't it make a sound? And what about when you have to go from their desk to the floor? They're trying to be as careful as possible, but their belly button is bigger than their stomach. Satoshi, what the fuck is that statement? Right. First, the culprit planned this to a very meticulous extent, as evidenced by their behavior in preparing the cloth. But how the desk will be arranged when they get to the classroom is a pure gamble. The meeting didn't give them detailed instructions on how the desk was set up. A killer who prepares a cloth while planning a murder, taking into account the bloody splatter. Don't you think it's weird to think that how they approach their victim is left up to the heavens? Gee, guess this isn't my place to be. How thorough is your reasoning that you can make an opinion and get a rebuttal in real time so quickly? Given the environment of the classroom, it was bound to make noise, and yet Awada never looked back. Why? Maybe Awada had something in his ears, like earplugs or something? That doesn't exist, because even Ryan said, I need earplugs for myself to go to sleep, and Monokuma doesn't make that. This is irrefutable for a couple of reasons. First, there was no such object anywhere near Awada's body. Second, Awada's chores didn't require such things. It could have been taken by a culprit for whatever reason, or maybe Awada just doesn't like to make noise when he's doing his normal work. Crucially, Awada hadn't let his guard down. If he's out in the open on his own, will he shut off his senses of his own will? There's more evidence. Monokuma said something to someone. Someone? Fukuoka's words remind me of that. The one who said that was... Wait, what? Did I just miss something? Monokuma had said something to someone. Oh, him? Ryan? I'm so him. Oh my god! Makawa. He? That guy somehow hasn't managed to pee in front of that bear? Me? Yes, Makawa. If you remember, can you tell us? Come on, I already know what it is. I heard something from Monokuma. Whoa, he's vibrating. It's like a human motor. Makawa, calm down. But they are all expecting my testimony. I never had so many people expect something from me. I can't stand all these eyes on me. It's okay. Take a deep breath. We're all here for you. We just want to hear your take on this, and no one else will bash you. What kind of sickness is this? He's not going to be able to testify to anything, so it might be beneficial to look away, don't you think? Wait, I think I got it. You mean the time in the diner where he said Makawa used earplugs because of his sleep? Hold on. After that, Monokuma told him there are no earplugs or anything like that here. Ah, I get it. That's much more reliable and direct information than my reasoning. Thank you. Damn. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? No, I thought the treatment was somehow different. It was a treatment for a person who doesn't help. Do you have any complaints? All right, so it's safe to say that your opinion has been crushed, Fukuoka. Yeah, that does make sense. That's because... What the? Satoshi? Wait. Don't give up so easily. What is it? Well, the topic right now is about the possibility that Iwata didn't hear those footsteps, correct? There are plenty of other possibilities for that reason. The rebuttal showdown will now begin. Yes. Time to face the puzzle match is funny. Okay. In the discussion, there are times where the character disagrees with the main character and makes a counter argument. In the event of an injection like this, you'll enter one-on-one rebuttal showdown. The purpose of this is counter your opponents, find their weaknesses, debunk them. Your opponents will appear. You'll need to press up, down, left to cut through it. Got it? By doing so, you can help shape the tone of discussion in your favor, and conversely, by ignoring your opponent's statements, you can help shape the tone in their favor. If the mood is tilting towards you by more than a certain amount, you'll change what they say. The conversation evolves, exposing weaknesses. Oh, that is hard. These exposed weaknesses can be slashed with a truth bullet as a normal line. Truth bullets are the modified version of truth blades are the modified version of truth bullets you collect, and truth blades have the same effect as the truth bullets. Naturally, if you use the wrong truth blade or slash the wrong statement, your speech will be reduced. I got it. You can change your truth blade by pressing shift and use the current blade by pressing space. Okay, I got it. Now let's begin. Let's go. Hold on. Rebuttal showdown. Wait! Okay, the possibility presents is that by Fukuoka is in the end. It's possible that the sound of the floor was obscured by the sound of other people. Did you not consider that? I can't believe we went over this. Okay, got it. Bro, I feel like I can't even obscured by other sounds. Even so, Iwata would have been wary when he heard out. You're still not thinking, Miyuki. There's no basis that there are to say there are no other sounds. Don't you think the argument is getting gullible? You really need to listen to what I'm saying. Cause sound had passed through. I think I heard a comment about it from someone. Okay. My fault. I didn't mean to do that. That was I clicked that on accident. No, this is it. I should have clicked for. Shadow's statement seems right at first glance, but if I prove that he's wrong, says that to him. My bad. There's no basis to say that there was no other sounds. Oh, I got it now. My fault. I'm misclicking on accident. I know what it is. Jumanji was in the Erica was in the. Damn it. I got it now. Okay, because someone had passed through. I think I heard it from before. I got it now. Erica was inside the laundry room, and she would have been able to hear something going on in classroom 1A, but she didn't hear shit. So we're using her account. I know it is. Boom. There's no basis that they say these. Boom! That was my bad. I was doing some misclicks. That's me. Yo, this shit is hard. Oh my god, bro. I am actually playing peak. This trial is insane. Now, I will say though, that is one thing that is tough about playing games, that you have to like read text insanely fast with Rebuttal Showdown. When there's no voice acting, that shit is built different. You have to be godlike at that. Oh my gosh, let's go though. No, Shitanda. I've heard someone tell us something about that. Jumanji said she's been in the laundry room since 6 a.m. and hasn't seen or heard anything. I did mention that. I've been in the laundry room since 6 a.m. and I haven't seen or heard anything. The laundry room and diner are close by. I'm sure the conditions of hearing sounds in the diner, laundry room, and classroom are similar. But we don't know if the sounds from the classroom will reach the diner, do we? Yeah, I'd be comfortable with that if we had a solid reasoning. There's certainly evidence to support that. You remember Misaki, Kazuki, Tomoya, and Tadaira were there, so you guys know too. Oh, are you referring to the time when Mr. Makawa found a spider corpse in his desk? Yeah, Makawa let out a scream inside the 1B classroom that was heard by all four of us on our way to the diner. All the way through the diner. Yes, that did happen. I forgot he did scream in there, and it was because of a spider. If it was loud enough to drown the sound of the floor, how could it not have reached Jumanji's ears? Well, that's a pretty good argument. Shitanda, you have a point, but the fact is that's a flawed line of reasoning. It's a possibility that shouldn't have been mentioned in the first place. Why did you have to go off on your own, Shitanda? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Satoshi was looking like straight aura right there. What? Did you have that in mind too? I shouldn't have done that. How could you be so confident about that without considering this, right? What? Why are you talking this like something you two knew? This sounds a bit odd. It sounds like Ego and Shitanda are talking like they knew the correct answer. Yeah, Miyuki just said that Shitanda's reasoning was wrong, but the truth is the opposite, which means Shitanda is correct. What? Excuse me? There's nothing more to say about the sound loud enough to erase the sound of the floor. What do you have in mind? Referring to that possibility, perhaps Jumanji's testimony was mistaken? There's no way. Jumanji has already been eliminated from the suspect, so her testimony is credible. In other words, there are things that even Jumanji wouldn't have noticed. It can't be. Miyuki, did you think of something? Yeah, I see why Awada didn't turn around when he heard it. This is because... Wait, because of what? What the hell am I spelling out here? Oh, that's not it? Wait, why? Alarm. Oh. Okay. It's because of that wake up alarm. Literally. Oh my god. Wait a minute. So that means this. Someone literally. That's why they said the time of death was between 6 to 7:30. As soon as that timer hit 7 o'clock on the dot from Monokuma's announcement, it was so loud that the perpetrator walked in just at that time. Shing! And wait, that is absolutely Fivehead. Wait, how? That's insane! That loud announcement, that one thing that rings at 7 o'clock sharp. That's right. We never even thought about the morning announcements. Yeah, it's a loud sound in the morning hours that everybody knows. It's basically nothing but an announcement. It's not that no one heard it, but that no one was aware of it. We were completely caught off guard. Is this my fault? That's not true. Honestly, I think it's strange that people would care to notice something like that. Well, if the lack of thinking is at fault, should I say that that's a flaw to begin with? In other words, they took advantage of that time when the morning announcement was going off and walked behind the water so that no footsteps could be heard. That, I'm telling you, bro, that is absolutely insane. I would never think of someone using the morning announcement. The morning announcement, bro, as a way to kill. So that's how it happened. Even if the sound wasn't loud enough to completely cover the footsteps, Mr. Wada's eyes would be focused on the monitor for a moment. That's true, so they would have taken advantage of the opportunity. In fact, the wake-up alarm was loud enough to make this assumption meaningful. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm spooked every time I hear it. Then, it has been explained why Mr. Wada did not look back. I had no idea that the morning announcement was used for this plot. Yes, and there's a fact that follows from this. The wake-up alarm goes off at 7 a.m., so the time of the crime is at 7 o'clock sharp. Of course, there may be an error of a few seconds from the perfect 7 o'clock sharp. The estimated time of death is written in the Monokuma file was between 6 to 7:30, right? The length of 1 hour and 30 minutes was narrowed down to an instant. With this, we can reduce one more person. It's as they said. According to the testimony we've already heard, there were 2 people with alibis at 7 o'clock sharp. Misaki and Rentaro. You said you saw each other coming out private room at 7 o'clock sharp, correct? Oh my god, we are narrowing down suspects. Sorry for being late. I am a human after all, and there are times where I oversleep. So I quickly got ready and opened the door when at the same time as the morning announcement. Tomoe was also coming out at the same time, so our eyes met. Let's fucking go! So I know it's not Misaki! She lives another day. She lives another day. Let's go! That's all I love to hear. Yes, I did. And as soon as the alarm rang, we opened the door and saw each other. I can say that there was no mistake there. Since I am not currently a suspect, you can certainly trust the testimony, right? Tomoe Rintaro definitely guarantees that. There's no doubt about it. Misaki, you're off the suspect list. Wow, okay, let's go. It's good that doubts about me have been cleared, but what about the rest? Is there any way to exclude more suspects? Of course there is. The fact that the time is exactly 7 a.m., there's still a way to use this. So here's basically what we have right now. All I can think about right now is this. Rintaro, Misaki, myself, Jumanji, which is Erica. We are off. Who else is there? Those are only 4. I'm sure they're gonna say more real quick. And the fact may be, the culprit had a weapon ready before 7 a.m. Wada wasn't in the classroom at 7 a.m. The culprit has an alibi at 7 a.m. The culprit had a weapon ready before 7 a.m. Yep. You mean the culprit had prepared the weapon before 7 a.m. 100%. There's no way the weapon could have come out of nowhere at exactly 7 a.m. That's exactly what it means. They've been looking for a chance before 7 o'clock, holding a knife in their hand, waiting for the morning announcement to go, literally on standby, hoping that the sound of the floor would be sufficiently obscured. If that's the case, how's it connecting a culprit? You still don't know? If you think about the circumstances of the weapon, you can see it, right? Characteristics, my fault. Characteristics of the weapon, I don't know clearly yet. Should we discuss this together? Let's go. No, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I know 4 off rip are gone, but we just have to figure out everything else. Ego's account, concert, close, a cloth source. Let's go. This is such a fun trial. I'm not gonna lie to you. Characteristics of the weapon? My fault. I keep doing that. Does that mean there's something unique about the knife? Just think about it. A knife is sharp. I mean, it is. It has a blade on one side. You're thinking too simplistically. That's not it. Additionally, the weapon was inside the kitchen. Okay, that's true. However, no witnesses were present. Therefore, it cannot verify. It's small, so you can hide it in your arms easily. Perhaps when they were moving to the classroom. I'm sure they brought it safely in that matter. I've heard bits and pieces of the information at the kitchen knife as a weapon, but is it one of them a little suspicious? I think it's gonna be Ego's account. I already know. It's gonna be we're going to refute Justin's statement. Boom. There were no witnesses. I am absolutely enjoying Peak right now. Honestly, I'm so happy I've been cooking this trial. I mean, it's the first trial, so everyone's gonna get their one to start off to get their refresher. I'm probably gonna get so much more cooked later on, but oh my god, that's actually not true, Justin. There are witnesses. Very good news. Hope to hear it. Before we get to that, Mayu, you sure you didn't tell everyone about the testimony? Huh? No, that's unlikely. He probably wasn't paying attention. Justin, is that correct? I think it's possible. It requires thinking skills. It's difficult. Judging evidence and testimonies. He's caught all kinds of criminals. In the end, he confidently said that he would provide help. I apologize, my lack of. No, it's okay. You're learning. I swear over time, his freaking speech pattern is going to be amazing. He's going to understand everyone vividly. Jumanji, are you in a position to say that? I've seen you glance at a few pages of the book in between this whole discussion. I'm listening and understanding this. Anyway, most of the people, I love how Mayu just got on her ass. Anyway, most people already heard it, right? I saw all 4 knives were still in the diner until 7 p.m. So that means the culprit took the knife after 7 p.m. I wish you could reduce the time. It can be reduced, which is why we're having this topic right now. Really? Of course. That's where the keyword time of the crime shines again. Mr. Shitanda and Miss Ego, do you mind if I ask a question? How much do you know? You two have been leading most of the discussion for a while. Mr. Shitanda and Miss Ego, it's like you know everything and point out the topics as we go. If you're starting to suspect me, then I have nothing more to say. Even if I tell you, it doesn't matter. I already know who the culprit is. What? You know, I should have thought this because this man is the literal puppet, the puzzle master. He already knows? Me too, roughly. I still need to verify it. Didn't you mention you didn't know before the trial began? I guess I lost some humility in that regard. I spoke confidently, but wouldn't it be shameful if the answer was wrong? I reconsidered it several times, and it seems my initial conclusion was really simple. He's him. He's him. He's him. He's him. Then why are you dragging on? You can't just tell us, right? Those words struck hard. If this seems like dragging to you, then you really don't understand the point of a class trial. Well, what? Let's say, as an example, I say the culprit's name first. Then, of course, countless of questions marks will follow. Why are they the culprit? Then I'll have to explain those questions one by one. Why are they the culprit? This won't be the best course of action for your own good. Agreed, Satoshi. Which is why it will take considerable time to understand. More importantly, the culprit then will hear my explanation and immediately put an excuse on the spot, which gives the culprit room to fight back. Exactly. We want to be able to hit them without a shadow of a doubt. But if the discussion leads to a consensus that points to the culprit, then such culprit's escape route will be blocked. That is exactly my point. Do you understand, Tsubaki? I think so. She's learning. You're learning. No, wait. Why are you picking on me? It was Shinano's who asked the question. Either way, does the fact that the crime was... Wait, actually, that's crazy. Either way, does the fact that the crime was committed at 7 a.m. help narrow down the time when the culprit took the weapon? Of course, this was also laid out pretty clearly. I think you already know. The place where the kitchen knives exist is obviously the kitchen. Just before the class trial, Mr. Shitanda asked a question through Miss Misaki's mouth. According to the question, no one moved the kitchen knife. So here's the next question. This is something I ask everyone. Has anyone moved the kitchen knife, the weapon, to a place other than the diner? Or moved cloth left on scene to a place other than the warehouse? No one raised their hand this time. I see. Thank you, everyone. I guess that question was aimed for this purpose, right? Of course, can't miss a little validation. So the knife was in the kitchen until the killer took it. I think I understand. So it can be said with certainty that the culprit took the knife at least not this morning. Well, why is that? If you think about it, it's only natural because the diner is closed before 7 a.m. That's right! You forgot about this. Okay, Ryan. It may not be that surprising, but it was definitely hidden on a blind spot this time. We were so preoccupied with the concept of the time of the crime that we forgot to connect it to the facts that we were clearly given to us. The culprit committed the crime at 7 a.m. this morning, which of course they must prepare the weapon in advance. But the diner's closed until 7 a.m., so they can't get into the kitchen. So basically from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. they couldn't even get to the diner anyway. So that time frame between 7 to 10, Echo was in there, someone went into the kitchen. So this is how everything played out. From 10 p.m. last night, when the diner was locked, to 7 a.m. this morning, it was impossible. And since Mayu testified to see the knife at 7 last night, the time the killer left with the weapon must have been between 7 to 10 p.m. yesterday, correct? In addition, the suspects are all related to the concert, and since the organizer said that they had been in a meeting since 9 p.m., which would make the rest of the time from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, and for all I know, there's a couple people in between who has a full alibi. One of them is even from the concert party. Guess who it is? Yeah, I know. Their name is... Wait, which one had a full alibi? I don't know which one from the suspect list. Oh, Shoji. Come on now. Come on, I forgot. Yep. Shinano, you are not the killer. Because... I already know. Get me to it. You was with Ukio doing a freaking interview with him from 7 to 9 p.m. Come on, bro. Shinano was with Sarashina during this whole time. True to his words, he interviewed me from 7 to 9 p.m. As soon as he left the room, he was confronted by Misaki and their company. There would be no time for him to attain this life. Yeah, it was definitely from 7 to 9, right? So I'm safe, right? All right, with that, we've got one more person. One shot away from the killer, 2 suspects left. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. Oh my God, you've got to be shitting me. No, bro, no! There's only Hitomi and Katori left. Let's see. If the killer was traveling with something like a cello bag to conceal the cloth, the suspect is Hitomi. And if they were not uncovered, then the suspects are Tadaira and Fukuoka. Tadaira, there's no place for you to fit in, is there? I'm not the culprit. I'm not. Then are you claiming that Miss Tadaira's is the culprit? It's not like that. I really don't know, but I'm not the culprit. Yo, she's even pissed. Well, I'm not saying that Tadaira's is suspicious based on this alone. Has anyone else noticed? The strange thing is, our discussion so far has revealed that Iwata was stabbed at 7 a.m. and Tadaira said she was going back to the classroom a little after 7 a.m. According to Tadaira's testimony, she hasn't done anything else in the meantime, so the time between when Misaki finds her and when she arrives at the classroom should be similar. The situation in which Iwata disappeared somewhere during that time was originally clearly suspicious, but the deductions made so far have made it even more suspicious. Is it because Iwata was attacked at 7 a.m. and he fell on the classroom floor? Exactly. No matter how you look at it, it's perjury. Bingo. I expected you thought about it at this point. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Mayu and Satoshi, y'all are so fucking smart. They are absolutely cooking this entire trial. Please everyone, please trust me. Y'all know very well that I would never commit murder. Hitomi, I want to believe you, but you're making it hard. And I'm even more worried because Katori's also in the mix. Bro, I don't even know what to expect. Right now, I'm looking at it as Hitomi because she's the one that set this shit up. Oh, no, that's crazy. No, even if we try not to doubt you, it's just that no matter how we look at it, it seems like you are the culprit. If you appeal to emotions like that, nothing can be solved. If you are not the killer, refute it with logical grounds. Why did you commit perjury? Oh, look at the way Satoshi is looking. Honestly, I love him, bro. I truly love him. Dude, he is an S tier character. He's one of my goats. He's actually one of my goats. Hitomi. Hiyori's like, what the fuck? Katori's like, what the hell? Unless you are the culprit, there's no way you would dare to make such a strange lie. You are the killer. Does anyone have any other thoughts? Everyone agrees, right? Yo! Tadaira is killer. Is that really it? There certainly seems to be no loopholes in Shitanda's claim, and it's not strange that Tadaira becomes the culprit, but some kind of alarm rings inside my head as if it was at a crossroads to live or die. Maybe I'm missing something. Could it be that the conclusion we worked so hard to reach was simply a factor to make our thinking stop? But then, where do I start looking back on this case? Excuse me. Oh, what's up, son? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Now, she's been sleeping this entire trial. Satsuki is about to fucking cook. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Yo, everyone shut the fuck up. Satsuki, the floor is yours. The floor is yours. This atmosphere is quite harsh. Can I say something? Yes, the floor is all yours. Say it! Shoji, shut the... Excuse you, you idiot. What's wrong, Kana? I know what you're all thinking. Why is it that the guy who was spoiling the mood now is taking over? Is this it? So far, everyone was talking. I will too. Let's talk. If you're going to talk at that pace, I'd rather you don't speak. Iko, hush for now. This mood right now, honestly, it's not good for you. Before you know it, you'll be swept along here and there, wherever Shitanda leads. Swept away? That's a weird phrase because what I'm doing is perfectly reasonable and logical. Did I contradict myself? Did I reach at straws? Did I make a logical leap? You all nodded in agreement. Especially you, Kana. You haven't said a word all this time, and then all of a sudden you open your mouth and say something like that? I honestly have no idea what you're trying to say. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a situation where at some point we've given up thinking and just listen to what Shitanda says, and you're in a situation where you only agree. That's what I mean. Giving up on thinking? Are you not satisfied with this conclusion? If you have any other ideas, then let me know. Satsuki's like, that I don't know. What? You don't know what you're saying? I love her. I love Satsuki. I know something else. If you're not going to contribute anything helpful, I appreciate it if you keep quiet because it's distracting everyone. Damn, Satoshi, you don't have to say that. It's a pretty rare sight for you to open your mouth. Are you overwhelmed by the atmosphere? Don't be afraid to talk about it. It's okay to be strong. She's always behaved like that. I don't think that's strange. While it's true that Kana is known for occasional outbursts, this one has a very different meaning than others. Is this just a mere feeling? I turn my head unconsciously towards Kana, whose mouth is firmly shut. Wait, Nozomi, did you realize something? What the fuck? What is this? Yo. What is going on? The next moment, I was looking at Kana squarely in the eyes. If we were to draw a line, we would meet exactly in a straight line. Are we about to use telekinesis? Telepathy skill? Hold on. Staring at each other without the slightest distraction, shining with unflinching brilliance, the power flowing through my eyes, which were warped in thick feather-like eyelashes, completely consumed me. Surprising transformation into fear. I hold my breath in a monologue of this unknown knowledge. Yo, is there something I'm not knowing what that Satsuki has? Is she more devious than I think? What's going on? To me, it was like being swept away by tranquil waves while losing my footing. What did she do? Miyuki! What the fuck just happened? Okay, now wait a minute. No, bro, we have to keep an eye on Satsuki. No, we have to keep an eye on her. Did I just get put in a hypnotized state? What just happened? I suddenly woke up. How long have I been on that state? And she went back. No. We have to keep an eye on her. This does not make sense at all. Was I mistaken? Are you okay? So you've been standing for a long time in a dazed position. I'm fine. It's nothing special, just somehow I happen to realize something. I have to give this credit to Khan. What? What? What are you talking about? What did you realize? Miyuki, your choice of wording is odd. I'm guessing you know something different than what Shitanda thinks. I can say I know the truth about this case. Oh, yeah. Let's hear it, shall we? Sure, but there's a catch. What is it? What I'm about to tell you may be a great disrespect towards Tadaira, and I'm not even sure I could justify doing this. Tadaira, will you be okay? Oh God, wait, what's about to happen? Oh God. Is this really the only way to do this? I'm really sorry. If I could have thought of another way, I would have taken it, but I'm not good enough. What? Are you talking about something that's only between you two? Would you rather I reveal it myself? It'll look better if I tell them than you do, just in case there's someone who would nitpick. If you have to, it can't be helped. It might have been something I should have mentioned anyway. Thank you, Miyuki. I'm so sorry, and thank you. Is this something that I'm not... Hold on. Did I miss it? What am I missing? Mayu's like, what? Hey, Miyuki, I got this. Huh? What you're trying to say, I'll say it. You say you'll tell us, but you're just dragging our feet now. No, I was already going to say it. No, they're talking about something only they know. Please put some pressure on it too. It's no big deal. I know what Miyuki is trying to say. Ego took the initiative from me very naturally. Why? Is it really because of my delay? Tadira has compiled and there's nothing more to worry about anymore. But isn't this a bit of an unnatural reasoning? What do you mean? Weren't you here when Mr. Shitanda was framing Miss Tadira as a culprit? Ah, yes. We should get that out of the way first. Let's start with this one. Hey, Shitanda. Huh? How long are you going to do that shit? I've been watching, but I don't know how long I can wait. Do what? Yup, it's not like you didn't notice. That Ego, what do you mean? The bottom line is, Shitanda was looking at her. The truth is, he was testing you by stopping one step short of the truth. In that aspect, Kana just hit the nail on the head. I don't know if she intended to, but... Shitanda, is that true? Of course. To return to what he told you, there's no way he didn't notice the truth. First, let's hear what the truth is. The players over there are eager to know already and starting to pop off. What do you mean plays? Is he fourth wall breaking me? No biggie, just ignore. This man is trying to, I cannot. Satoshi is so peak. I'd like an explanation too. I need to know there's something before I'm convinced. I agree, Ego. Can you tell us? Sure, let's get an explanation. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? 5 truth bull? Okay, hold on. What is going on? First, you know everything about Tadira's perjury, right? The context about Iwata's disappearance and discovery. Iwata must have been stabbed since 7 a.m. while collapsing in the classroom. We're referring about this. The cause of death was asphyxiation of blood. It would have taken time to die for it. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the topic. Okay, that's nothing to do with the topic. Okay. Iwata's body would be lying in that place in that state after 7 a.m. Wait, are you saying it's because it was too clean? So what? Did the body move on its own feet? Is it possible someone else moved him against his will? Ego's tone is a bit judgmental, but is well founded. The basis for this is all in my head. Okay. I think it's going to be... Okay. Based on the footage, appears the cloth was, No, hold up. What the hell is bloodstained? Hiruto was lying on his back with a stab wound deeply embedded, but since the knife hasn't pulled out, he was bleeding less. There was a small amount of blood from his mouth, but no other bloodstains presented. The other body would be lying in that place in that state at 7 a.m. Okay. Wait, are you saying that was because it was too clean? So what? Did the body move on its own feet? Then, is it possible someone else moved him against his will? Okay, hold up. What is it that I'm missing on in this account right now? So we know, okay, Shinano's account's a waste. Noisy floor, we don't need that. Cloth source, we don't need that. So I think it's something that has to do with bloodstain or everyone's alibis. I think I'm gonna go with bloodstain because, and it has to, and am I refuting Hiyori's account? Would be lying after the state. Wait, so you're saying someone moved him? Then, boom. Okay, that's the one. It took me some time. It took me some time, but I don't think he was moved. Wow, this, holy shit, this trial is insane. This trial is insane. Willingly or not, the body wouldn't have moved in the first place. There's no trace of blood anywhere, only a little bit of oozing from his mouth and a stab wound. Oh, right. Even if there was a small amount of bloating blood and they can get over it by taking it in a container or something. The premise of the reasoning is that the killer was extremely averse to being seen. If such culprit was so far out, did you think they would move the body? Did you think before saying that? Oath. From now on, I, Hiyori Tsubaki, swear that I will never give an opinion during a class trial. Well done. Here's my seal of approval. Wait, why are you agreeing? Yo, now she's not gonna say nothing without Mayu's approval. In any case, we've established that Tadara's testimony is completely contradictory. If the testimony is different from the reality, there are two possibilities. The discrepancy was intended or it wasn't. So either they're lying or they're mistaken. Okay, so before we get into each of those two possibilities, let's get this out of the way. Is Tadara the culprit or not? I think I'm getting the picture. As we discussed at length, the killer was concerned with the eyes of others as much as possible. In other words, they've gone out of their way to avoid giving us even the slightest reason to suspect them. As if that wasn't bad enough, Tadara was found wandering outside by Misaki. She even made the unbelievable statement that Awada disappeared from the classroom. It's unlikely that this set of behaviors are the actions of the culprit. Did she anticipate all this, making those testimonies and actions? That said, that does not sound like a stretch even for me. Without that kind of testimony behavior, it's not even questionable. What point is there for the culprit to get our attention? They try to bury themselves quietly as much as possible. But now we're down to two suspects anyway, which we still suspect. What if she said that with the expectations that would lead to this point? Could they have anticipated the testimonies about ego and the knife, my testimony about the cloth and all the other trivialities? How on earth would she know that if she wasn't there? Whoa, Shinano, I can't believe you're capable of such a logic thing. That's what I said. What? You think I can't do that? Anyway, as he said, it's very strange that Tadara is the culprit. Even so, we're back at this intersection. It was because of two things, a lie or a mistake. Let's begin with the former. Why lie if you're not guilty? Tadara talked to Misaki and comes to the conclusion that they need to mobilize Miyuki and Tomoe to find Awada. She would be discovered in a heartbeat, and she didn't want anyone else to see Awada. It's hard to say that she was lying for an ulterior motive. That leaves us with the possibility that she just made a mistake. Wow, isn't that strange? A corpse located in the middle of the classroom. I don't see the possibility that suddenly disappears. Did the culprit hide it somewhere else and bring it back for some reason? No, they can't. It was mentioned before that there's no way the body could have been moved. It's unlikely that a killer who doesn't want to be seen would travel with a dead body. The body was there and Tadaro just didn't see it. As Justin puts it, there's no way she could have walked past that body without seeing it. No way. My conclusion is this. Holy shit. So she opened the door. She literally made a mistake. Like, she's blind. That is absolutely insanity. Oh my God, Tadara, haven't you been hiding the fact that you're blind all along? I always wondered why she kept her eyes closed the entire time. I thought that was just a natural thing. I was bound to be found out eventually. Yes, that is correct. I am visibly impaired. What? What? Yo, Ryan. Oh God. That's surprising. I didn't see that one come. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was just her natural face. When has that been the case? It's been so long that I can't even remember. Of course, it was a disease that I had long before I became famous. None of us noticed the slightest bit, but how are you hiding it? It's just natural, because I've always been very careful not to give away the fact that I'm blind. I was taught echolocation. That makes sense! From a young age, and rarely left my room except to eat. Echolocation? What the heck is that? Okay, someone teach me, bro. Do you not know anything, bro? And that's fine. You're still my second favorite of all time. It's the technology that sends out sound waves, bounces them off the things, and then listens to the sound waves that comes back and guesses where things are. It takes a lot of discipline, but it works. So it's like a bat. I wonder if it's really what's possible. I've read about it in a book. You can play sports like basketball. Is that true? Indeed, some people do. Of course, I usually rely on my bodyguard, so I didn't need that level of mastery, just knowing where they are. She's her. I should have trained more thoroughly when I realized I was going to be dropped into an environment with no one around, let alone bodyguards. It took a long time for you to tell us. This is all you needed to avoid suspicion, isn't it? It might have been a little selfish and rude to say, but I wanted you to eliminate me as a suspect by other means if possible. Because, I mean, who wants to talk about that they had a disease like that. It's hard. Damn, that sucks. Of course, I thought I'd save that piece for last if nothing else worked. That selfish mindset, not thinking the possibility of being cornered. Bro, I mean, Justin, you gotta understand, bro. Like, no one can just say what kind of disease they have off willy-nilly just to say that. And plus, you know what's even worse now? Because she is blind. We're in a killing game. Someone is probably going to use that fact against her later. So she probably was trying to avoid all possibilities to tell that secret, because now she might be a target. Oh my gosh, she might die soon. I'm not even gonna lie. In that case, possibility exists. I don't understand. It's the right decision to say it beforehand. Yes, I'm being selfish, and I should have just started by saying I'm blind, and you wouldn't have gone so far from me. But the last thing I wanted to do is expose the fact that I have a major deficiency in this hell. Now, I'll just have to live by the light I've forgotten how to recall, because it was the only way I could survive. Makes sense. Damn. That curveball just hit me so hard. So are you meaning to tell me Katori really did this? Holy shit. Shitanda, how long have you noticed this? For a while, of course, and I've been keeping my silence to see how long she could hide it. How is that possible? We didn't even puzzle fucking champion for a reason. Now, here's the thing that gets me though, right? Why do I feel like, I love Satoshi, but why do I feel like he did that for another ulterior motive? Because if he's known the whole time that she wasn't the culprit, why push her to a corner like this? Is it to hit all possible? I mean, that could be true. He could do this for all possibilities. He could go out of his way and try to get as much information as possible to eliminate all possibilities of that fact. But I don't know why I feel like it's even more devious than that for some reason. Of course, it wasn't obvious in the little things you usually do, but the most decisive moment was at some point during the night when I didn't know anything. I couldn't sleep in the morning. I was bored, so I went outside. I wanted to walk around the school when no one was around, but somehow I could hear something around me, see? I ducked and peeked, and Tadira was moving around and making certain noises. That is, you know, a tick-tock tick sound made by ticking your tongue with your mouth. That is when I realized that is something called echolocation. Tadira, what were you doing so early and near dawn? What to guess? Using echolocation, she was trying to memorize the map of the entire school in her head. That makes sense. Since the space is limited, all she had to do was memorize it, and that's over. This man is him. Oh my god, this man Satoshi might be the greatest character of all time. I'm not gonna lie to you. You even noticed that? I didn't even thought of getting caught like that. I've avoided Mr. Blade's eyes, but I never thought about being noticed by Miss. She's so good. She was avoiding fucking Justin, but I exist during the night for patrolling. Avoid me how? Footsteps echoing in a quiet, confined space can tell you more than you think. If Mr. Blade was wandering around the gym, I've avoided him by muffling my footsteps and moving towards the farthest private room. Isn't Mr. Blade wearing army boots? Your footsteps are a lot louder than everyone else's. Come to think of it, the fact that Tadira is blind and puts a piece of the puzzle together. What does that mean? When we saw the videos in the AV room. But how can you not be disturbed when you find something like this? I feel like I have to leave right away just by hearing the sounds of it. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Bro, you've got to be kidding me. Dude, I'm telling you, when they put all these evidence during daily life and it comes towards the trial, I would have never caught something like that. Don't you think the expression is a little unnatural just by hearing the sounds of it? It's like you're only really hearing the sounds. Normally, I'd say just by looking at it, because vision is absolutely the most important of the human senses. You remember that? There was another one. When the time we found the body. Ah, there you are. We couldn't find Mr. Wada in the dormitory side. Mr. Wada? Body's been found. A certain amount of time, trial will begin. What's happening? So she was actually being sincere. She was actually being sincere. I have to write a Hitomi apology form for next episode. Literally. I have to now. But now I have to. This is insane. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. Tomoe immediately screamed when he saw the corpse, but Tadira didn't react much, even though she was in almost the same position as Tomoe. After Tomoe called out Owada's name, she realized that things were getting out of hand. Combined with the information that the body was found shortly after, she then gets a pretty good idea of what's going on. Wait a minute, isn't that a little odd? That would mean that Tadira was in the same place as the corpse for a while, but if so, I don't think we can discount the possibility that she smelled blood and noticed the anomaly. It's also scientifically proven that blind people have 4 other senses that are better than sighted people. I think I know why. Tadira, would you like to try this? It smell. She can't fucking smell. She can't fucking. I don't even need to. She literally said she had a bad smell. This is no, bro. Oh my god, this is so peak. What the fuck? Oh, if that's why, that's fine. I don't smell very well. Oh, you're not going to pick up anything because you're a rich girl? I understand now. Absolutely not. In my family, there's a tradition to always be polite to others. I know. I'm just kidding. What the Tadira said something during our meal. She can't smell things very well. She definitely said that while we were talking with me, but I didn't think it was a big deal at that time. Additionally, the knife was not pulled out from the corpse, so there was very little of external bleeding. At this rate, I don't think it's unreasonable to not notice, but what do you guys think? It's not unreasonable. I understand. What happened to you to make you lose 2 of your sensory organs? That's crazy. No, on it. Now I have to know. Oh my gosh. It's not fair, bro. It's so not fair. There's not enough free time to understand what everybody's lives were like. Well, to get back to the point, Tadira's eyes probably can't take the light at all. It's unlikely that they would have found Owada's body on the ground if they couldn't have seen even the slightest silhouette. Medically speaking, it's called total blindness. Simply put, your field of vision is completely black and you can't see anything else. By this reasoning, there's no contradiction. So then, shall we continue? Huh? There's echolocation. There's that testimony from Shitanda, but that's just circumstantial evidence, isn't it? Of course, the logical inference that you are blind is very reasonable. However, it would be nice to see a little more hard evidence. Ego, that's a bit much. The main basis of your logic that Tadira isn't the killer is because she's blind. You're deducing that, didn't you? It's just to be more clear. If there's evidence, the logic will be stronger. No, maybe we don't need logic at all. It's like Miss Ego said, it's the truth. So now, why not see it through to the end? Now I'll show you my unquestionable proof. Wait, what? You don't have to. Tadira said that. Dude, that's. Oh my god, that's so sad. I didn't want to see that, bro. I mean, it's just out of respect for you. Like, it's literally out of respect for you. Damn, she had to bring this shit up, man. Like, this. Fuck Monokuma, man. I swear. What did she do to deserve this? That's the thing that's just pissing me off. Like, why you put somebody that has 2 of their senses gone from the face of the earth put into a literal killing game? Damn! You couldn't just deny her application or say, yeah, let's not invite her. No, we gotta put this sweet poor soul into this game, and now she has to bring out her deficiencies. Shit. Shit's not fair, man. I'm telling you, this shit's not fair. Hitomi's eyes remained wide open. That is so sad. That is absolutely so sad. I'm so sorry. I'm really, really so sorry. You. Oh my god. Hitomi's eyes. Normally we would have no chance to look so closely at her thin eyes. The pale green eyes were very clouded even when viewed from a distance, and had a strange color that seemed swept into white. The difference from ordinary eyes was obvious at a glance. Is this the proof you wanted? Let's make it even more convincing, since we have to rule out possibilities like contact lenses. Oh my god, man. That's glaucoma. Oh my, bro, that makes things even worse, bro. Now I relate to her so heavy, because it's insane that one thing I have right now that's going on with me, there's a lot of health issues I usually have, but I got, at my age, I got diagnosed with glaucoma. So I had to do like a laser eye surgery just so I could be able to see. Now I have perfect 20/20 vision. Eyes are clear, everything's normal. But I have glaucoma the rest of my life. Every 6 months, I gotta go to the doctor to get checked up for my eyesight for the rest of my life. So this shit hits even harder, man. Like, this, dude. That shit, no, bro. Shit makes me want to cry for real. I'm so sorry. I mean, she's a character, but like, I don't know. I could resonate with her for real. That's glaucoma. You went completely blind. You didn't get the treatment in time, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. Let's just say it's a product of a minor domestic incident. Is that enough to prove it? Yeah. I have to admit it. So then, there are two problems that remain to be solved, right? Why did they change the music? Why did they change the music? Okay. They said stop being sad. They were like, shut your bitch ass up, stop being sad. But no, I'm dead serious. Like, I actually got glaucoma, and like, I actually have to go to the doctor every freaking 6 months. And I got hit with it at freaking like, was diagnosed with it like 2 years ago. I had freaking when I was at age 27. Ever since then, I just can't believe it. That's insane. That's insane. I assume everyone recalls. You mean the one where the speculation was split between the possibility that the cloth was hidden and moved, and the possibility that it was hidden and moved beforehand? The former corresponds with Tadira. I was curious, but there's nothing we can speculate on anymore. There were two people in the latter category, and now that Tadira has been removed, the truth is out. The only person who could kill Awada is... I absolutely can't believe this. Oh my god.
君しかいないよ。
Katori? What the hell, bro? Katori, it can't be anyone else but you. Oh my god. Huh? What do you mean, huh? I'll ask, did you kill Wada? No way, there's no way I killed him. How could a small, slender girl like me kill someone? Well, I don't think that's the case here. More importantly, why am I being singled out as the culprit? Have you heard what we've discussed so far? Why do you nod your head when the others explain things to your heart contents, but now you're like, oh, that's not what we're talking about? This is why I didn't tell you who the culprit was from the start. Does it make sense now? You keep quiet. Why are you shamelessly interjecting that you did something good here? Oh, but you've been jumping all over the rest of them, calling them names when they say something ignorant. Damn, then I'll be the one to say it. It's offensive, so shut up. I have nothing to say in that regard then. Okay, well, whatever. I don't accept this result. I'm not the killer. And what's your reasoning? Fukuoka, if you're really not the culprit, we need your help. We might have made an error or misunderstood our reasoning. Can you help us then? Please say something. No, bro, please say something. Yo, this is not making... Oh my god, I'm losing my mind right now. Of course, I can help. I'm not the culprit. I'll follow the logic of your accusations and refute it point by point. Okay, here it goes. Fukuoka is highly suspicious, but we shouldn't jump to conclusions about her. Let's listen to her words carefully. Okay, another non-stop debate. Oh my god, I can't believe this, man. Katori? No, bro. What else is even left at this point? Let's see. Let's start by refuting the first theory, okay? They're first narrowing down the culprits to be among the concert organizers. Knowing that Awada would be instead... No, Awada... Okay, they surely did. No, Awada may have gone to the classroom, but anyone could have committed a crime. Perhaps a similar type of cloth. If you can get it from anywhere... If you don't know where the victim will appear, okay. Fukuo's words may offer a new perspective, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. Especially since there's a serious contradiction in what she said. What she just said. Okay. I'm thinking it has to be the cloth. Because what is Kazuki's account? Oh, we've already done that. Yeah, I see the cloth. May have gone to cost of anyone could have committed a crime. Perhaps a similar cloth if you can get it from anywhere. Wait, what? No, this is. I should have chosen carefully. Oh, a new perspective. A new perspective. My fault. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Wait, a new account? The investigation also reveals that the only cloth available at the school for the killer to use to stop the bleeding was the one lying on the crime scene. Oh, it might be Eagle's account? Hold up. Boom. Boom. That's the one. Okay, my fault. My bad. That's what it was. I had to read back on Eagle's account for that. Damn. She's like, anywhere? Hold on. This game is amazing. This game is literally so amazing, and I'm so sad that it really is I can't believe it's gonna be her. I understand what you're trying to say. So your point is they used the cloth there because Awada got into class in Rone. In fact, every room has a cloth, right? Convincingly, right? I know there's actually a similar trick in magic. That's called Magician's Choice. It's a trick that seems to allow the audience to make their own choices, but in the end, whatever they choose, the magician will play along. Yeah, that part. It is all a trick. But even so, that logic of yours is flawed, Fukuoka. According to Ego, the only cloth that the killer could have used to stop the blood was the cloth used in the crime scene. Or in the crime. I can't think of anything smaller and lighter than that cloth. I don't know what the cloth was used for in the warehouse, but I'm pretty sure the killer used it to stop the blood, see? It was practically the only cloth available for that purpose. That's what I found during my investigation. Which means the argument has no basis at all. Miyuki, you can't judge a book by its cover. Oh my gosh, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do her poses too, but no. Naturally, the culprit would want to get rid of anything that might be evidence, right? It's no wonder the cloth wasn't found in other rooms during the investigation. Perhaps the killer kept it in their private room. What kind of ridiculousness is that? Is this? You're starting to look like you have nothing to say. Oh dear. What was that? It's obviously a stretch. You've lived here for a few days. You know, 7 a.m. is when most people in the school are up and about. Of course, there are those who wake up and prepare from then on. Many people consider the 7 a.m. alarm to be the start of their day, so they're ready and out the door by then. Yet the culprit committed a crime at 7 a.m. It would have taken quite a bit of time to go through every room after that and collect the cloth. And what's the premise of this case? The killer had an extreme aversion to being seen. How many times do you think such a killer would have moved everywhere for no reason, apart from the fact that they were particularly concerned about the eyes of others? Well, oh god, Fukuoka, please, Katori, please. It's hard enough to move a single cloth, let alone multiple clothes, without us all seeing it. It's too contradictory to be the culprit's behavior. Let me drive a wedge now. What is the reason for preparing the cloth? If you're alone, you're going to stab and run. If you have a knife, you're outnumbered. It's not a question of Mr. Iwata coming to where alone. It's a question of whether Mr. Iwata will come to where alone. Without the information in the first place, it's impossible to anticipate the situation in which Mr. Iwata is left alone. Without this information, it's just a bunch of traps and hoping to catch a rabbit. In other words, whatever the rationale, it's just platitudes. You're right. It's definitely a stretch. What? Then why did you make the argument? I told you, I'm just refuting your logic by looking for loopholes. Sometimes the counter-argument is just plain silly. Moving on. What about the possibility that Iwata felt safe giving his back because he was organizing the concert with someone else? In this case, the culprit is limited to the people organizing the concert, but it's unlikely that they're targeting your 7 a.m. morning announcement theory. Even if they had an alibi at 7 a.m., they could still be the culprit, so we can't rule out Misaki. That's easy to refute. As Tsubaki, Shinano, and Miyuki saw, Iwata didn't fully trust us. There's no way he would have left his back so easily in a room with just the two, or at the very least, he would have secured his own safety and continued on with what he was doing. Is this too much of a stretch? Next then. Oh my god, wait a minute, yo, Katori look like she about to crash out. What the? Yo, look at her sprites. No, I heard that idiot earlier say that it is possible to distinguish objects through echo. Wait, I heard that idiot? Wait a minute. No, she's talking crazy now. I heard that idiot earlier said that it's possible to distinguish objects through echolocation or something. Couldn't it have been used in the crime somehow? What the fuck? Echolocation isn't a one-size-fits-all technique. It's essentially a technique that utilizes sound, and if you can't make sound, it's useless. Tadira would normally be using it as little as possible to avoid being recognized as blind. Not to mention where she points the knife at Owada. It's also hard to notice someone approaching when you're waiting for the broadcast to go off. It's also, damn Rika, get on her ass. It's also a challenge to not be able to figure out the structure of things in a classroom by making noise because Owada might hear it. More importantly, when the alarm goes off, the only thing you'll hear is the alarm, and when it goes off, it'll be like Tadira is deaf and blind. It's more likely to be interrupted by a well-developed sense of hearing. It'll be unreasonable to use echolocation for murder. That it's possible that there was a sound and Owada didn't suspect. I'm tired of hearing you now. If you're going to argue with me, let's just hang you to the gallows. What the? I told you, Fukuoka, there's nothing worse than being mistaken for a crime for no reason when you are not the culprit. Why are you giving us more convincing arguments? This is not looking good for you. Dog. I did not expect this. What do you know? Shut the hell up! Yo! What the? Oh, this is insane. You've been talking on and on since the beginning. I'm not the culprit. Why do you keep accusing me when I can prove it logically? I'm going to tell you the truth right now, so stop playing with people's lives and shut up already. I didn't know this sweet girl was like this. Wait a minute, what the? I'm sorry, I gotta refute you. Nope, I don't need to. Shut up and slash! It's Tom. It's Tom. I hate that I had to do this to you. Do you think I'll give up? There's still a lot of ground. Bro, this is gonna be hard to read, bro. Fast. That logic about sound is flawed to say the least. Jesus, I gotta go quick. Got your ass. Come on now, stop it. What else is missing? Can you tell me? What if there was someone else talking to Owada? The sound might not be loud, but it could be a distraction. He could have heard the floor, but his attention was focused on that person. How about it? Try refuting this one. Someone was talking to Owada at that time. Is that really possible? Where's the evidence? Okay, I didn't mean to shoot. I didn't mean to shoot. What if there was someone else talking to Owada? What are the evidence? Everyone's alibi, Kazuki's account, cloud source. Okay, someone was talking to Owada at that time. Is that really possible? What if it's Kazuki? No. So that doesn't work. No, this is, I should be more careful. Okay, the only one that's left is everyone's alibis. There we go. Yeah. I don't remember what that everyone's alibis were for. I know we used Kazuki's account earlier, but I thought she had something else within the testimony. Literally. Holy crud. This has been fun as shit though. This has been fun as shit. I'm not gonna lie. That's enough. Stop! Fukuoka, stop it! You're not making any sense at all. Ha! Something doesn't add up. Tell me then. It's simple. We had time to check each other's alibis before the trial, remember? No one has ever testified that they were face to face with Owada alive. Are you saying that someone is lying? Is it far-fetched? It doesn't sound silly. If there were accomplices, will would be a simpler matter. There were accomplices? Stop. Yes, accomplices. There's not accomplices. This is where Satoshi comes in clutch, because he literally asked that question. Why? To argue that this time the accomplice has nothing to gain, so why would it exist? Think about it. It's only after the murder Monokuma tells the accomplice that there's nothing to gain. If they don't know that, then it's fine to have an accomplice. I mean, you're not wrong there. That's true. Also, to recall the process of deciding whether Tadira was mistaken or lying earlier, In the possibility that Tadara lied when she wasn't the culprit, you said that there's no reason for her to lie, right? If Hitomi is an accomplice and she lied to confess the investigation, also makes sense. See. It's not the smile no more, bro. Look at her deviant self, man. What the fuck? Oh, I can't believe this shit. See, is that convincing enough? Well, but still, if the accomplice had nothing to gain, wouldn't they have turned themselves in by now? There's no reason to keep your mouth shut when you're facing death. If you turn yourself in and admit to being an accomplice, you might live for a while, but you're still aiding and abetting a murder, right? Maybe they're afraid of being in trouble if the others find out. If you push them a little harder, they'll come clean. Even so, it's odd to say that there's an accomplice in this case. Do you remember just before the trial, Monokuma said no one asked about the accomplice? Oh. I was being stupid as shit at the time. I thought it was literally the killer had asked before. But no, literally no one asked that question. So even a whitest killer didn't ask this question. Who really benefits from such an elaborate crime plan and forgot to ask? That's... Let me also add something. If there was an accomplice, they could have just given each other alibis in the first place. We just happened to be together since 6 a.m. So you have an alibi, that sort of thing. Oops, that was a big wasted idea. Because Jumanji, who actually came out of her private room at 6 a.m., Misaki or Tomo, who have alibis for 7 a.m., right? If two people happen to meet at 6 a.m., there's nothing weird about that. But in this case, we didn't have a single person with an alibi until we narrowed it down. Early in the morning, no one can see you, so it's easy to create an alibi. If we have an accomplice, can't they pull off a simple cover story like this? Katora, you're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. Out of gas? What to say now? I won't give... Oh my gosh! Oh, it's over. I'm gonna lose my banker, bro. No! No, bro. For now, prepare the bread is so funny. I gotta listen though. What the? Armed with only their own theories, your opponent is unlikely to listen to the protagonist. Your goal is to destroy your opponent's theory by striking the decisive blows. To do that, you must destroy the other person's remarks in accordance with the tempo of the song. Press space with the tempo marks on the side. This allows you to subvert and gradually damage your own opponent's theories. After your opponent runs out, he or she will make a final rebuttal, at which point you will see 4 pieces of text top to bottom and the left of the screen. Okay. If you press the buttons in the correct order, you'll be able to complete the decisive blow. If you get the order wrong, your opponent will recover somehow, so be careful. Also, there's no game over, but failing to press spacebar in time is grounds for a penalty in your final score. Now let's begin the argument. Let's go. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is absolutely so cool. This is peak. Oh my god. Die. Oh my god, she is coming at me, bro. Oh boy, we're breaking you down. Wait, this. This is amazing. I love this. Oh, I have to shoot any of these? I can just wait. I can just wait, right? I'm just clicking this shit. Okay. To No. Damn. I messed up that one. This game is absolutely so peak. Let's go. All right. We got this. You can't believe a small girl is a killer. Contradict. Method to kill. Let's go. GG's. It's over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to do this to you. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, this trial has been insanely peak. That's enough. Your physique is just proving evidence that you're the culprit. What's that supposed to mean? At first glance, Fukuoka's small structure makes it seem a bit difficult for her to get her hands dirty with murder that requires physical force. But on the contrary, it's because he's not the same size as Fukuoka that this happened. Am I the only one who doesn't get it? Let me break it down for you. I told you, didn't I? The killer didn't like to be seen, and they certainly didn't want blood on their clothes. But if that's the case, why don't they just use a method that doesn't splatter blood like strangulation? Why did they have to take the risk and stab them with a knife? That makes sense. Now I think about it, that was a fundamental blind spot. I didn't realize it until now. But if we assume that the culprit is Fukuoka, the answer is pretty easy. To strangle, you have to wrap the rope around the victim's neck, but that was too much for Fukuoka. According to their profiles, Fukuoka is 152 centimeters tall and Iwata is 173 centimeters tall. That's a difference of over 20 centimeters. That's a big size difference, and it's a female to male ratio, so there's plenty of room for counterattack if you don't get the advantage at first. I can't imagine how many times I'd be able to wrap the rope around with that much height difference. If I may say so, you picked the most obvious way to defeat your opponent. I get it now. Of course, there could also be other reasons we did not think of this. The criteria is vague, so it is difficult to conclude from this that the culprit is a person shorter than Iwata. However, if you know the culprit and look again, you will find that it is the right answer. Damn. Hey, I don't think she's listening anymore. Out of gas. What to say now? Jesse, you have to say that again. Fukuoka, can you hear me? I'm going to pretend you're listening. I shall go over this incident from the beginning. If there's one last chance for you, it's now. Come to your senses and listen closely. Oh my gosh. Climax. Start the cooking. Okay. Wait, that is cool. Climax reasoning. The goal is a mini game, puts pieces together. The flow of the events are to recreate a comic book which cuts in gaps that are missing. The player's goal is to complete the comic by placing the given guesses squares into the missing gaps. There are both correct and incorrect reasoning squares and available, so fill them in correctly. When the correct square in one set are done, they are replaced with a new set. Repeat this until all the spaces are filled and the game is cleared. Hints are displayed when you align the crosshair with the given square and press Q so you can take note of that. There's no penalties or games over, so relax and replay the event with ease. The climax reasoning will now begin. Let's go. Oh, this shit has been amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I have had an absolute blast with this. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see how we want to do this. So how does it start? So there's this. Okay, got that. Got that, nice. Next. I got that. Got it, nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. That one goes there. Nice. Boom. Okay. So we're all here together. So this one's gonna go here. Nice. This is yep, Hitomi was there. Okay. Then there was, I got grabbed. There we go. And now let's finish off the job with the final clock. Boom. Get into the classroom. Let's go. This is the truth. The truth of this case. To explain this crime, we must first begin with the meticulous preparation of the crime. The culprit had two things in advance, a weapon and a cloth. We can figure out when the culprit took the cloth by the deduction, so let me explain. This is amazing. First, the weapon they needed to prepare. The culprit avoided the diner busy hours, which means they went between 7 and 9 p.m. last night. Yup, crap. Then walked into the kitchen and snatched one of the 4 kitchen knives off the rack and took it to their private room. Oh, this is peak, bro. Preparing the cloth was even easier. They would have gotten it from the warehouse when people weren't looking, most likely in the middle of the night. Act 2. After the killer returned to their private room with the weapon, Misaki suddenly pays them a visit. The request was to use their talent to make bread and sweets to give during the concert. The culprit must have been caught off guard here. She was like, shit! If they say yes, they might end up going to the kitchen with Misaki to look for flour, and she might think it's weird that one knife was missing. But let's say they refuse, and maybe there's someone who can prepare refreshments without using their own hands. In any scenario, the knife will be found missing, literally. So she's like, I had to go. So the culprit interrupted everyone's path to the kitchen by saying something like, I already checked and there's no flour. Yo, that is absolutely insane that I just thought about that. So Misaki, as the fucking leader, checking up on people, ruined freaking Katori's plan. And I forgot that when we was in that freaking rehearsal shit, she said there was no flour, and I was sitting there like, what the fuck, Monokuma? But it didn't work out. I originally wanted to bake bread and sweets for a tea party, but I realized that we didn't have any flour in the kitchen. How could that? How the fuck? Didn't we say we have unlimited supplies? Monokuma, restock this shit up. What, are you being lazy? Literally, that's crazy. That we was all in there. Yep, the culprit, who had somehow became a concert organizer, was called into the meeting with Misaki, Hitomi, Shoji, and Haruto from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. The culprit probably didn't see this coming, but rather thought they could use it to their advantage. Now that they have the information that Owada will be alone in the classroom at 6:30, there's no reason to bother picking a victim. Oh my goodness. After the meeting, it's 10 p.m. and they're back in their private room, waiting for the right time. At 10 p.m., people might still be out and about. Then around dawn, the culprit sprung into action. Oh my gosh. Take the cloth that they have prepared and place it in one in classroom where Wada just decided to be. Or maybe they went straight to the warehouse, got the cloth, and brought it to classroom. Maybe they hid it not in class 1A, but right next to classroom 1B. If it wasn't that far away, it wouldn't have mattered. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the culprit hid the cloth in plain sight, and somewhere Owada wouldn't touch it and waited for the moment to come. Oh my gosh. Owada arrived at classroom at 6:30 as scheduled and began preparing for the concert. The killer chose this time to strike. Look at her devious self. Careful not to be seen, the culprit crept up to Owada's classroom and waited for the right moment. Okay, that effect was so sick. That was so sick. When the morning announcement goes off at 7 a.m., there was a sound coming from the classroom floor, so they needed another sound to cover it up. That's amazing. That's amazing. They stopped the music for that. Damn. When the alarm went off, deafened Owada, attacker rushed forward, grabbed the cloth and unfolded it in front of him and stabbed him. They didn't want to be seen by anyone, so they tried to stop the blood somehow. When the killer saw Owada down, they disregarded the body cloth and quickly fled the scene. The culprit had no choice but to throw the cloth away because it was covered in blood. Otherwise, the culprit would have been caught with the cloth. It was effectively a no-win solution. Owada couldn't have died because the knife wasn't pulled out, but instead the knife reached his lungs, causing blood to enter his lungs, which ended in his death. Oh my goodness. Sometime after that, Hitomi visited the classroom, but she didn't spot Wada because of her disability. But then she ran into Misaki on her way back from the classroom and she asked her questions about Iwata. Just a fucking coincidence though. Hitomi's position would have been very awkward as she had only the uncertain evidence of Iwata's absence in the classroom. Nevertheless, she didn't want us to find out that she was blind, so she falsely testified he wasn't there for sure. Which makes sense. It would have been one thing if Misaki had brushed it off, but she thought it was out of the ordinary. That's when things took a turn for the worse. Look at us just eating, bro. Misaki and Tadara asked me and Tomoe at the diner to cooperate, so we went looking for Iwata together. What a fucking leader. What a leader. Later, Misaki and I found Iwata's body in the classroom and the rest of us gathered around and shared our shock over it. She's smiling this out. The culprit lurked in the shadows, smiling quietly to themselves. Oh my god! Ah! Yo, that's hard. Gatori Fukuoka. It can't be anyone else but you. That's amazing. Complete. Wow. Wow. Got anything else to say? This is absolutely so sad. I swear to God, I cannot believe the baker did this. This can't be. You can't do this. I have to get out of here. That's why I killed that guy! What? What? So we were right after all. I'll take that. I'll take that. I literally was asked at that final, whatchamacallit. I was asked at that final game mode, so that's okay. Holy shit. Wow. Amazing. 140 mana coins. Okay, you did not have to do that, bro. I failed that guess and try again in the next chat. Bro, I was close. I actually, dude, I have to write a Hitomi apology so bad. And now we are bonded now. We are literally bonded, bro. A person with blindness. Now, I'm not blind and it's kind of insane. Like, we're not super similar because she's completely blind. But she's completely blind. I have glaucoma. She can't smell very well. I have an issue too that I have to get surgery eventually for. I can only breathe through one nostril. So I literally, they can, every day they alternate. And it's because I have a deviated septum. Man, this is absolutely insane, bro. I literally, like, she's basically like a character for me, but I'm not like, I don't have all of her same disabilities. But still, it's just insane. They did not have to say that to me. Okay, that's cool. All right, that's fun. Well, I think we're getting somewhere, aren't we? So let's begin the voting, shall we? Everyone, the switches are in front of the trial seats, and you vote on who the blacken is. Your choice may or may not be the right one, and the results will tell. So, are we all ready? It's voting time. Shit. That is so fucking cool. I'll take that though. 140 mana coins is tight. I'll take it. Class trial closed. Very nice. Dude, that was such a fun trial. I cannot, I'm actually so fucking sad, bro. Yeah. Put on new file. There we go. 7. Oh my God. Now, let's present the results. Miss Fukuoka Kotori, the ultimate baker who was voted as blackened, is the correct answer. You got it. You got it. Congratulations to the Spotless. You've won. This is so sad. A victory for the Spotless. 14 condemned prisoners were spared, but nobody is pleased. No, we can't. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you kill Iwata? We could have gotten through this on our own. Is the music? Oh God. Oh God. She's about to say something crazy, isn't she? I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. All eyes were on Fukuoka. What answer would she give? What? We were just getting through. We were just playing. How long were you going to keep playing with them? We were playing with it? Whoa. I'm so fucking confused. It's pathetic. He had no friends and he did not want to make any. Fukuoka looked at us in defeat and began to laugh. She's laughing? Her eyes flickered with anxiety, the corner of her mouth twitched, and her exaggeration hand gestures. Well, I see where you're going with this, but is it all an act? Of course, assholes. You think it's normal to talk about being friends in a war zone like this? Did you guys get screw loose in your head? Do you really want to brag about friendship that's so insignificant? It's like a sandcastle built with sand and it collapsed when you hit it. Is that why they had that Monokuma theater when they talk about sandcastle? Like, what the fuck? Let's select a leader, laugh and chat, and pack into a place where people live. In the end, it's just a wilderness where you never know who's going to get eaten and who's going to be the hunter. Do you think I'd be interested in a relationship of this quality?
Yo.
Cancelled. Huh? What? You take that remark back immediately. You don't have the qualifications to evaluate them. What's with you, chicken shit? Who is she? Okay. Now I'm actually more curious now. I wonder. Was the choices matter in the prologue beginning? Does that shit matter here? Is it because I didn't get along with her? I don't know if that changes anything or not, but what the fuck is going on? Like, holy shit, she is on a different path. Like, she's on an absolute different path. You're suddenly angry? Weren't you the loner who didn't get along with anyone? I thought you would be a little different because you were one step away when they licked their wounds to their heart content. Damn! Why did Kotori say that? Shut up, criminals like you. How can a criminal like you have the nerve to open your mouth while talking down on others? Justin, get her ass! Who are you to argue about who eats and who is eaten? After all, how can you talk in a contemplative tone when you're a participant in that weak logic yourself? What a waste. The only reward is that this is your grave. Oh. Justin! Let's go, Justin! Let's go! Oh, she got nothing to say about that. Yo, Justin is... No, wait. You can speak properly? I've never seen you like that before. Wait, huh? Is he hiding something? I'm glad to see that look of disdain. I'll take that as a sign of my words were sensitive. Oh my god, wait, this battle, I'm so fucking confused, bro. Why is Kotori talking like this in this magnitude? She was always this insane? Now, I knew she was always talking great about herself in the beginning, where she talks about how she was the one that had the bread and like her bread is the finest in the world of all her establishment, but I didn't know she was that narcissistic. I recognize that each and every one of you is amazing. After all, you've been chosen to be a student at this elite school. Don't bother using your cheesy language. If you valued our talents, you'd say respect, not recognize. You don't think I can see through that? Is that the wrong attitude to have? Who in the world is more important than me? Whoa! Is this the... That's what I'm saying. Is this the Fukuoka we knew? Pretending to be close to me when you were not. I'm sure this is a common reaction, as I have run out of things to say in such an unapologetic manner. But I don't need to tell you this, do I? Because I'm awesome and everyone knows it. I got Japan's best confectionery brand, which is on a roll overseas with just one hand gesture. I love myself and my talents very, very much, and I love the company I built. But then, in the video screen, that company, Kodori, was gone. So what can I do about it? Okay, so she let the video get to her. That was her motivation to get out of here. It did do one thing, and that was emphasize that you shouldn't be freaked out by the video. Me? What are you saying? Why not? How twisted can you be? Anyway, what happened to that company in the video, I won't go into it because it's creepy to think about. I saw the video and of course my first thought was, I don't care what happens to the other 15 people. I gotta get out of here. That's it. It was just as simple as that. If I had gotten to know people here, I would have been able to use them as context, but how long did I have to wait for your impersonation to break on? Until I'm out of the streets, torn limb from limb by debtors? I could not stand it. Even if it means risking the lives of the 15 of you, I must see what happens to my company. That's horrible. You were going to sacrifice 14 valuable lives for just one? What kind of person in their right mind would make such an abomination? I cannot understand it at all unless you have given up being human. Think whatever you want. I've never listened to anyone else's point of view and I don't want to. Respect other people's lives as much as your own. Know that not rejoicing in your death is the best courtesy I can offer. Need I say more? I committed murder because I'm a okay, that makes sense. I'm a narcissistic ego who doesn't care what happens to your lives. But things turned out to be worse than I thought and I ended up being cornered. Yeah, you understand everything else. I know there's a couple of smart people here, so I left as little evidence as possible. I didn't use any gimmicks, and the only effort I put into it was getting the cloth to stop the blood splatter. And yet... that was a curling scream, and yet even so, that piece of garbage was enough evidence for you guys? As she banged her head, Fukuoka screamed and slammed that bench, falling to calm her anger. The dull thud of impacts never ceased.
Hey,
Stop, you're going to break your hand. Get the fuck away from me. Keep your filthy hands off of me. Fukuoka swung her hand to shake off Misaki's touch. Ow. Are you okay? Is it broken? So what if it's broken? Are you going to fix it? Oh, did you forget? Soon enough, I'll be in a state where I won't even care that my hand is broken. She's gonna get absolutely tortured and die. That's it. Monokuma, I said what I was going to say. I'm not going to get away with it anyway, so just get this over with. It was too early on my life that I had blood on my hands. Right, the finale of the class trial, it's execution. Fukuoka must now accept death.
Yeah.
Wait, were you going to die alone so quickly? There's something I haven't asked you yet. What makes you believe I'm going to answer it? Because your pompous ass has been getting spouted off your bullshit philosophy for minutes when no one asked. I just have one question. Why did you choose Owada as your target? Simply because you had the definitive information that he would be alone? It is, but for different reasons. He wasn't talented, right? The thought of an entering Host Peak, the elite of elite, in a subject where he's not even good at anything is beyond arrogant. So I was cooked either way. It doesn't even matter what choice I made. Even if I picked Katori back in the prologue to hang out with, oh my god, oh, I have to spend some, now I have to go back to see how did she talk to me. How did she talk to me if I picked her choice? I have to do that. I have to go back to that file and I have to go back to see how she talked to me. I just want to see the dialogue. I just have to see the dialogue. I have to go back and see how was our conversation. Because if I was the first meter and I'm talking to her and tell her I'm an ultimate lucky student, how was her attitude then? Was she faking it? I don't know. This is insane. Oh my god. I chose him because he was overbearing. As I said earlier, the rest of you are talented people. So why should I be hesitant to kill him? Wow. So because I was called the ultimate lucky student and won as a lottery, I died for it. But now that just is a proven fact now. That just made me learn to me, or that just taught me right there that ultimate luck can't save you all the time. I guess you could say the only thing that made this situation lucky, no, not even that, because Shitanda already knew the entire time who the killer was. Dude, I cannot believe I am telling you, a lucky student dying and no luck was involved at all with this trial. He might as well be called the ultimate unlucky student, cause damn! That's insane. That's insane. That's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a simple way of understanding. Don't take this as a compliment, of course, because it's such a mean spirit way of thinking that you shouldn't even think twice about it. You can go to hell now, murderer. Hopefully you won't. Oh my god, she really was this narcissistic all this whole time? Hey, are we done talking? I'm a little bored of this. Since you didn't say anything, I assume we're done here. I prepared a very special punishment for Miss Katori Fukuoka, the ultimate baker. I've made up my mind, but it's still scary. So this is what dying is like. Hey, Monokuma, I know I've been trying to act cool here, but I'm scared to death. Then you can just leave, can't you? Just give me a break. I don't want to die like this. Help me. I'm scared. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. We can't help you. It's punishment time. Help me. Oh my gosh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is... Okay. Let's see what Katori's execution is going to be like. Why is Erica looking like that? Only Erica would look like that. She lost her hat too? Wait, what is this? What is this? What is Monokuma about to do? Wait, what? She's gonna get burnt into a bread? She's gonna get burnt into bread? Oh my gosh! Instead of Mondo bread, it's Kotori. Instead of Mondo butter, it's Kotori bread. What? Why did Monokuma enter himself in the frame? What the? He entered himself. That's even worse. At least with Mondo butter, he slapped them on pancakes and they were, I would assume they were at least good, and he tore them up. Here, he took a bite of a piece of bread and said that shit was trash and threw it in the trash. This man Monokuma is so fucking evil, bro. Oh my god. It was a regular execution, but being baked to bread is crazy. Phew. I haven't felt like this in a long time. It wouldn't be like myself at all. This feeling of contemplating a powerless individual who is betrayed by a talent that has dedicated their life to them. Does anyone really know people like that? The adrenaline coursing through my spinal cord isn't even the end of it. But does a bare nervous system feel pleasure that way? I'm not sure. Monokuma's following words fell on deaf ears. What we saw was something out of a quality snuff film. Anyone can be the star of that video, recruiting applicants of the ultimate level. Suddenly dizzy, I staggered my feet and grabbed the bench. When was the last time I felt this vertigo? Sandcastle. Oh my. Awada's corpse, the source of all tragedy, the effect of all despair. The one that threw us out of paradise in an instant. That's a pretty unusual reaction for you. Didn't you just see a dead body? When I examined it, I got dizzy and sat down on the chair next to me for a moment, and then I was scolded by Ego. What I realized then was deja vu. Yup. Oh my god. This is so fucking cool. What is going on? Do you really want to brag about a friendship that's so insignificant? It's like a sandcastle built with sand and it collapses when you hit it. What kind of person was I? Why in a hell where the line between life and death is so thin, where everything you hold dear turns to a handful of sand overnight? This is the first emotion that greets me. Why do I have to live in this sandcastle? Deja vu. We are in the sandcastle. Should I leave? Oh my, wait, what can I do? Whoa, he does it. Heat sizzling in my head. If my brain is melted, my vision turns black. I couldn't take it anymore. My grip loosened with a thud and my vision went black. Perhaps this was the last time I heard a voice. Before I could wonder whose voice it was, my consciousness, straining at the scene, seems slipping away into an interlude of drowsiness. Dude, I passed out at the trial. Good day, viewers. This is Shinano's first ever content that digs directly into the lives of high school students. The ultimate interviewer is back, and he's got a particularly unusual guest for episode 11. The same guy who had a reputation at the school troublemakers for a while, but was rehabilitated by my saintly efforts. This is Hiruto Iwata. Let's get started. For now, let's start by saying hello. Hello everyone. I'm Hiruto Iwata, the ultimate lucky student who got in. What should I say? I didn't have a rehearsal, so I'm kind of stumped. Normally, I would start this interview by talking about talents. Well, as you may have noticed, I don't have a lot of those. Oh, it's alright, Shinano. I'm not trying to beat myself up. So, this is what I'll do. I'm going to talk about the situation I'm facing. This is from a completely irrelevant situation. I'm used to it now. But the first day of confinement was horrifying. No, actually, I still don't think I'm used to it. But this is a school full of elites with famous labeling of ultimates, right? I just realized too while I'm doing this, that man Shoji really recorded. I'm assuming he recorded the execution too. This man got footage on footage with the famous labels of ultimates, right? It's no place for an incompetent like me. Add into that unrealistic reality of a school trip, it becomes an even scarier place. It was a hellhole of strangers where everyone was each other's enemy. I thought I didn't belong in this school, that I was just plain weak, that I wasn't meant to be here, that I should hide away. But that has changed over the course of my time here. I thought this was going to become some kind of dictatorship. It's true, isn't it? This is a space dominated by new concepts, so it's not surprising that the logic of power would prevail, especially for someone like me, who thought I might get stuck at the bottom of the ladder and suffocate. So I was afraid. I thought I was the unneeded. I wasn't talented, that I deserved to be beaten if I took one step out of my room. I locked myself up with these thorns at my side, but that wasn't it. They kept trying to help me, kept trying to get me out. I may have been a pain in the ass, but I wasn't trash. It allows me to get out of the room. Thanks to them, I thought there might be a place for someone like me in this crooked academy. Of course, I'm still not good enough. I'm a pathetic guy who has no talent nor courage. But I don't feel like I'm separate from this place anymore. Oh my god, Hiruto, you did not deserve this, man! Dude, I won't hide anymore. Dude should have just hid. He should have just hid the entire fucking time. Wanda! I was hooked and just listened during the middle of it, but you really felt that way? Were you that overwhelmed? Everyone, our child had a remarkable change like this. Wait, don't get too close, Shinano. Alright, how about we pull an all-nighter tonight? We'll find out about your home life, your hobbies, your interests, where you went to school, and even what you buy at the convenience store too. That last one, what the heck do you need it for? I'd love to respond, but it just doesn't seem like the right time. Well, you have to wake up at around 6 a.m. tomorrow. Good luck out there. That's it for today. We'll do the rest tomorrow night. No complaints? Yeah, sure. Then, how about saying any last words? Oh, okay. Well, this is more fun than I thought it would be. The interview. The days spent at this academy was so important to me. It wasn't happy things, but it meant a lot to me. It's time to say goodbye. I'll see you next time. There's no more next time. No. Bye-bye, everyone. shit's not fair, bro. This shit's not fair. Kitayama first high school badge. Man, get that fucking Baker hat away from me, bro. I'm so pissed right now. I'm not gonna lie. Damn. This concludes the chapter 1 of Danganronpa Mauve, Hiruto Uwada and the Crooked Academy. Did you enjoy it? It was phenomenal. Please visit the site, you know, for personal queries. Yep. Look forward to see you in chapter 2. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Team Mauve. And thank you so much for the translations. This was absolutely peak. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This shit was absolutely phenomenal. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. I'm so excited to get into chapter 2. But I cannot believe that Katori was always that narcissistic. And everything that played out in the trial, this man, Satoshi, really was godlike. He knew everything from the absolute jump and just wanted to play the long haul so he could get every single piece of crevice ever. That Hitomi shit really hit the soul. I'm not gonna lie. That really did hit the soul. I'm not gonna lie. And Katori, I did not expect her to. So the target was always going to be Hiruto no matter what, just because he wasn't a true ultimate. Or his ultimate being won by the lottery doesn't count as an ultimate to her. Wow. That execution too, it's a way more disrespectful execution than Mado Owada's butter. I'll be dead ass. Nah. That is nuts. So on that note, I'm done. On second thought, no, hold on. I need to check out this Katori route immediately. I need to know what was going on in her thoughts, bro. After everything that's happened. Hold up. Nah, hold up. Okay, I got it. I'm interested in this. I have to see. When I turn my head, see a person standing behind me in the classroom wall. Oh, thank God. There was someone besides me. You, who are you? Me? No, I can't just give up my name to someone I don't know. Reveal yourself first. Should I speak first then? My name is Hiruto Owada. Okay, Hiruto Owada is your last name, right? Let's ask one more question. Why are you here? I don't know. I just entered the school hall at the appointed time to enter the school. Really? Oh, that's exactly the same as me. You too? Yes. As soon as you stepped in front of the entrance, the world just spinned around and then you fainted, right? You don't recall anything after that. I nodded to her inquiry. What could this be? Were Hope Seek Academy's entrance ceremonies like this? Hope's Peak? Yes. Weren't you planning on entering there too? Okay, we got this. We already know about Hope Academy. I reached in my pocket, pulled out a paper bag. What's that? A letter? There was no reason to not show it, so I held out the letter to her. Mr. Hiruto Owada, this year we elected ordinary student. He's the winner, ultra lucky student. Okay. Oh, luck? Do you mean the school selected one person to enter as a regular student? That's right. We know it's Hiruto. Yep. Sabi's. Yep. We got that part. I just want to hear if she has any mother. Wow. Then if I stick around you, something really lucky may happen, right? This should be great. Oh my God, why did she say this? Is insane. Something really lucky may happen, right? After knowing everything we just learned? Hell no. Is that so? Of course. You're not just lucky, but if you are the ultimate lucky student, then it's better than any talent, right? Envious. She smiled brightly and her smile twinkled. My luck isn't really like that. Well, of course, my talent is also I don't know if that's Menifque. My fault. I need to introduce myself soon. My name is Fukuoka Katori. I'm the ultimate baker. That is crazy. Okay, so you're just getting introduced to her. Baker? If I must explain, I'm the chef baker of Katori. It's not that inferior to being called an ultimate student, right? Speaking of Katori, I think I recall that name. Indeed, that's the one you know. The most famous bakery in franchise in Japan history, which is on the rise with successful overseas expansions. How about it? Oh, I miss her so much. I miss her so much. How about it? Isn't it great? You want to show your respect, right? You seem like an amazing person. Yes, that's right. I'm an amazing. I have to be if I was selected as the ultimate baker in this academy. Where my mission came, I wanted to enter. I could finally get in. I was so delighted until I suddenly lost my memories and I woke up in a place like this. Where are we? It must be Hotsik Academy, right? I heard you fainted at the entrance of Hotsik too. I guess it must be this place. Kind of think of it, I wonder, did you wake up in this classroom too? Oh, no. I woke up in the classroom next door, lying down like you. I was confused, so I went to the nearby classroom and you were here. All right, I saw it back then, but there was something like this lying next to me. It's a note written by the school. I don't know, a picture that makes it look like a garden made it from a diary seems very childish. I don't think the school gave it to us. Hey, this is upsetting. There's nothing we know for sure yet. Then why don't we do what we can? As written in the letter, if we go to the entrance hall by 9 a.m., we might find out something. Yeah, that would be better. It's a little past 8 o'clock. Isn't it too early? Should we try and look for people? How about doing a little search around the classroom and the school? That sounds great. Shall we investigate together since we met already? Fine by me. Hotsik will tell you how to operate. Okay, we got that part. Look at the big screws. I don't even dare to try to turn them. She's like, yeah, I'm not gonna waste time with that. You actually went over there and tried to turn it. Surveillance camera. Who's watching us anyway? Okay. At this point, I think we're done with this class. So can we get out of here? Yeah. It's quiet. Pretty spooky. If you look at this atmosphere, it's completely shut. Well, now that we need to investigate the school. Oh, there's something I want to do first. Huh? What is it? I want to go to the front entrance first. I mean, all the windows are blocked, so I wonder if the doors would be the same. Oh, sure. Hearing that, I'm a little worried. Right, let's go quickly. Okay. Like I said, I'm just running through this to see, like, if anything, any dialogue change. Oh dear. Oh, she was shocked as hell. The entrance was not blocked with iron plates. However, a door that seemed several times stronger than the iron plates took its place. This is a big deal, right? I'm not the only one who thinks that. Am I? When I entered, it wasn't a door like this. It was an ordinary entrance. It was the same in my case. This is kidnapping and this is incarceration too. I think I'm getting scared. Katori did not forget to say her antics even though she had an uneasy expression on her face. There's nothing we could do about it. I think it's better to start looking for other people. Yes, first, let's go back to the school building. Okay, so I could basically go ahead and just do introductions now. You two, wait a moment. What is it? Hold on, can you help me with the filming? What's going on? What is it? I'm trying to film the first meeting with the freshmen of Hotsik Academy. What an important moment this is. Fukuoka and I looked at each other. Of course, you never heard my name before. I'd never heard of you. Surprising, popular, ghost. All right, wait a moment. Greetings, I'm Katori Fukuoka, the ultimate baker who works as a chef's baker of the world's best confectionery brand, Katori. Apparently, I entered Hotsik Academy as a freshman like Shinano. I wish you all the best in the future. Yeah, this is good posture. So about you, okay. So my face and name will show up, right? I'm looking forward to the video. Okay, so she like being her face. Of course, I'll be posting editing on channel. Thank you for cooperation. Did you hear that? I'm now selling my face all over the world. I cannot believe her, bro. Is it that amazing? Of course, the world should know that talented people like me exist. Oh my god, it's like looking into her is insane. Freshman. Yes, you as well? Yes. Ultimate Batman Satsuki. Yo, Satsuki in that trial didn't do much of anything, but I am worried, bro. After looking at her. Okay, Kana. Nice to meet you. I'm Haruto Wada. Remember well? Talk more. We'll talk to other people. Wait, what's your name? Haruto? Hey, I'm here too. She ignores whoever's anyway. Haruto. Yeah, I remember it. Then they'll go now. Yeah, she basically. What about me? Katori's like, with her narcissistic self is like, what the fuck? Well, that's how she is. From what part should I be upset for? Oh, well, I don't know. There's a certain blindness in that girl. She didn't do it on purpose, did she? That's funny. Okay, so, excuse me. Got the book. Basically a speedrun. Jumanji? That's the name, right? Yes. Hey, we're talking to you. Can you look at us? I didn't want to be disturbed. Okay, so she just got out of here. What? Hotels extended. Even so, for the sake of it, we are fresh at Hoshi Academy. We're wondering if you are too. Say yes. That's the only reason bothersome. But we are going in the same school just to greet each other. Judging by the way of your speech, I guess I'll have to get out of the way. Please don't disturb me. Okay, yeah. No, what kind of person are you? It's just small talk. Do you not like that? Yo, Katori was on her ass more. Well, she must be shy. If she is, she's not supposed to act like that in front of the other people. Fine. If you don't want to play with us, then we'll just let you go. People who don't like it can just leave. Katori, be on it, boy. I love it. Who are you? We're fresh in Hosik, and I'm Katori, and this is Haruto, and me as well. I'm Rika, so we know zoologist. A zoologist? So you study animals? Yes, that's correct. I study the animal body structure. Yeah, we know that. I like small animals, so I didn't study biology well. Oh, but I know a little about chemistry. I'm the ultimate baker. If I cook things just right, it'll come out well enough. I study organic chemistry and biochemistry. Oh, really? Let's talk about it together later. I think it'll be fun. To talk? Okay, I don't mind. See, that's... Okay, so she had Bond. I feel like I'm being left out. Yep. No, he doesn't. Oh, no, I don't have a talent. I just entered through lottery. See. Sorry, I made a wild guess. I got so excited when I know. To be so excited about something like that, you don't have many friends. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Oops. You're talking too much, Fukuoka. I didn't mean to say that. You know, if you misunderstand me here, I'll become a bad person. Oh, we know. Yo, I'm sorry. I just going back and looking through this is crazy. I think it's more suspicious if you react like that. It's fine. Friends can be made in the future. Should we go meet other people? Difficult picture approach? Do you think so? I think it would be really easy. Huh? Why? Fuck this game, bro. If you don't know, think for yourself. Damn, this route was nice, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, actually, I'm curious now. All right, so if I go to the bathroom, what happens? Are you going in? Shall I wait outside for a while? Oh yeah, can you wait for a bit? She didn't even question me or nothing. Awesome. Nothing was in here. And then what happens? I do this. That's the woman's restroom. Oh right, I shouldn't go in. Oh, she doesn't even go look for you. Katori's like, bump that. Why would I even go in there for, like, what? Hello? Oh, there's people here. Are you freshman? That's right. I'm Fukuoka Katori, a baker from Katori, and this is Haruto Iwata. It seems like there are only freshmen gathered here. My name is Ukio, calligrapher. Hey, that's right. I've heard of you. You know me, our industry, got that. Still, isn't it great to get into this school? Having said that, I can't deny it. Since art, is a poor... Anyway, did you see some letter telling us the other? Yes, that's right. We were looking around the school for a while now. You saw, then that's fine. We're going somewhere else. Nice. Still, so it's pretty cold. Moreover, even though I said I was working at Katori, there was no response. How can that be? Yo, you can see the true narcissistic-ism with Katori. So you were paying attention to that. Yeah. She dead ass was all about it. Shutters? What else is there? The stairs are blocked. Are they limited to where you go? Yep. Okay, go in there. Hitomi. We know it's Hitomi. The one that, bro, I can't believe Katori was trying to frame her ass. Oh my god. Yeah, I've heard of you. High school cellist who has swept competitions. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I was so long ago. You're being too modest. I mean, you entered this school, so it's alright to be proud of what you do, right? If that's the case, you guys are great people. Yup, we're great people. I entered with luck. Oh, you did? Don't be discouraged. Tens of thousands. Thanks. That was a compliment, right? Yep. Okay, that was it with her. So that was not much there. Okay. Satoshi. Found two more. Hello, are you a freshman? Yes. Yep. Ultimate puzzle champion. This man is so godlike. This man is so freaking godlike. I have no idea. Nice to meet you. Fukuoka Katori. Speaking of myself, I'm a baker who works at Katori. Return Katori. Okay, got it. But puzzle champion, calm as that. Yup. Amazing. No big deal. You went anyone elsewhere. Did you just call me ordinary? I don't know. Okay. Laundry room. What surprise? Someone else? Hello, the two of us freshmen. Are you as well? We are. Hiyori, my goat. One of my goats. I swear to you. Driver, we know that. Nope, that's not a problem. Are you a driver? Does it mean you already got your license? Yep. Anyway, did you wake up face down in a desk too? Everybody did, same thing. Not at all. Then why you going with someone you only just met? Men and women too? Beep, beep, beep. What? Absolutely. She's like, what? Absolutely not. Mayu didn't say anything. Katori was like, whoa, well, hold on. We ain't doing anything like that. She denied quickly. She said, nah, we ain't doing none of that. I like that. Instead of me apologizing, she was like, the quick deny. I love it. Oh my gosh. Seeing these little tidbits is funny. Okay, someone moved around, things around. Yeah, Ritaro. I'm sorry. Okay, then, oh, you Ritaro. Moreover, what are you doing just now? Cleaning? Katori's like, what the fuck? I see. Do you think it's strange? You mentioned a famous model, geek. It's fine. Peace reserved. Okay. He's a famous model? Isn't he just a weird person? We had the same mindset. I had no idea either to think he's a usual person. And he comes back. Oh, so you thought it was weird. Yo, Katori was scared that she said, oh, I didn't mean to surprise you. You said something rude. Okay. Don't do that next time. I thought my heart was gonna fall. That's funny. That's funny. Yo, I actually, oh my God, this is so sad. This is really so sad. Hello. Yep. Freshman. I'm Katori. Nice to meet you. It's Misaki. Right, so yeah, garbage. Not gonna say that. Talent. Oh, what do you mean? How can I send this? Could it be related to something strange you got involved in, something like that? Can't hide it anyway. She's a jailbreaker. The best character for me. Truly the best character in this game. Jailbreaker. What the, is that true? It really is. Selected such a student. Re-examined. Please don't look at me that way. No, I don't understand. A prisoner? An escape prisoner? This isn't much dangerous than any normal prisoner. Actually, as a talent? Yeah. What is that? Leash? She had that. Couldn't believe you. Yep. To be honest, I still don't know if what you're saying is true. Don't understand either. Good. Well, I heard Hoshi Academy is willing to scout criminals at the exceptional talent. Is it really okay to have a class name like that? We'll find out eventually. Okay. Ryan. Why are you misunderstanding this? We're trapped here too. Really? Okay. So you're also a freshman? Yes. Ryan. Connection talent. What does that mean? Isn't there only one lucky student who can enter the school? Well, I enter as a feeder. Yep. Part-time jobs. Hey, Hoshi Academy isn't a pushover. They must have picked the correct people, right? I don't have a good idea about a talent such as Frieder. That's true. Yeah, she doesn't know anything about that. She's like, what the hell is that person? No, it'd be embarrassing for you to say those things. Wait, I didn't mean to say it like that. Don't beat yourself up so much. Hoshi Academy scouted you because he had pressure on you. Don't you think he's already stopped listening? Yeah, probably. Justin! What about ask something? Surprise me. Freshman? Yeah, that's right, but that's Hone. Are you a foreigner? Affirmative. Yep, he's affirmative. Japan. How'd you know I'm a foreigner? I think everybody knows. Where on earth did you learn Japanese? Apologize, I tried to learn it. It's just, that is too much of a praise. Damn, so she was like, nope, same way. Thank you. Okay. So there was like slight tidbits, bro. Slight tidbits of changes. Apologies. It's okay. By the way, what is your talent? Bounty hunter. What? That's not. I agree with that, but I care more about where he learned his Japanese. He'll learn more in the future. Okay. And then now I'm assuming Mayu was in here instead. Yeah, she's the last one. Hello, how are you? That's so cool. Are you students at Hoshi Academy? Please begin with your name and talent. Huh? Once you finish your introductions, I'll introduce myself. Wouldn't that be a good outcome? Oh, if you think I should go first, I'll be willing to do so. I am Mayu Ego, Ultimate Engineer. Cool as hell. So they just swap places, which is funny as hell to think about because like it makes sense. Like Katori is the alternate path because why the fuck is Mayu an engineer in the fucking kitchen? Let's be real. As a baker, being in the kitchen makes sense. No disrespect. It's no disrespect at all when I say this. I'm just looking at it from a, so really Mayu is really the original one you meet with to start. and then Katori should be the one here. So it's interesting how they do that perspective. Blueprints, well, that's true. What about your names and talents? I'm Haruto, lucky student. I'm Katori, I'm ultimate baker. Like you, I started baking when I started elementary school, and now I'm at Katori. All right, so you're a regular student drawn from lottery and a baker. Thank you for your cooperation. See you at the entrance hall. What's wrong with her? We're going to be classmates, aren't we? She's so rude. She could talk to us, can't she? So then, why is she such a hurry? She's not just ignoring us, is she? I heard that people like that just live for their own benefit and look down on others. Oh my gosh, it's so funny when she said that. You're saying that, Katori, like you aren't looking down on everyone else because you're the ultimate. I can't. How are they? As expected, there were a lot of good people. There were a lot of weird people. I'm looking forward to our future school life. So am I. Honestly, I'm a little worried I wonder if a guy like me could do well here. Come on, what are you worried about? You're an ultimate lucky student. Everything's going to work out. How is she telling me this? Dude, knowing what I know now, it's actually hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I appreciate the thought. Anyway, shall we go in? Why are you hesitating? Let's get in. We stood in front of there and then, yep, we called others. We go in. And that's cool. Oh, they're both here. Okay, so the CG, basically Katori and Mayu change places. Very nice. I like on her CG, like she's looking back at me, which is very interesting, where Mayu was looking straight ahead. If you go to her CG on this, insane. Okay, finally we're all gathered. Yep. Is this the start of the entry ceremony finally? I hope so. What else if not? Let's hurry up and go check. Everything else is the same, right? Okay. So basically we run around with Katori everywhere. Okay. All right. So I basically went through the entirety of the prologue, like just to see if I could find any new things that was different if you go Katori's path. You get a little bit of cutscenes, which I showed, like some cutscenes and moments where she speaks, and then you can tell like it's a different tone and like demeanor, and it's funny how like she kind of is cool with it. But in a way, after you finish that cutscene where you all meet up in the main entrance where the big gated door is locked, there's nothing else after that. So everything on goes as normal. So you basically, if you play as Katori, you just get a different path of just her guiding you around instead of Mayu, which Mayu seems like is the more, I mean, I don't think it really matters which route you do. It's not, there's no such thing as a canon route, because whether you go Mayu's route or Katori's route, they're both going to lead to the same path. It doesn't look like there's no changes after that. But I did like the little different cutscenes when you are in the main entrance and you see everybody all is in there, and then how like Katori looks back at you versus Mayu was looking straight ahead. I think that's cool. And then you get the small little dialogues is cool. So yeah, that now ends the video. I know I just did that entire trial, but I also wanted to show this route because when I get to chapter 2, I'm trying to lock in immensely on chapter 2. So damn, that actually is insane though. Like to hear her side of things when she talks to me, like she looks at the ultimate lucky student as okay when you first initially talk, but all this time, that's a fucking lie. It's insane, bro. Honestly, like, I still can't believe it. I honestly still can't believe it. So the file 7 is the trial. I finished. This was just my prologue one. So I know to remember that. And I know the transfer because I'm gonna have to download. So next time I'm gonna have to download chapter 2. I'm gonna have to transfer this file 7 over to, because bro, if I lose my 140 mono coins that I just earned from that trial, I'm going to lose my shit. But you know what? It is what it is. If I can't have it. But regardless, this shit was fun as hell. I would like to thank you all very much for all of your time. Chapter 1 was absolute cinema. And I am fucking excited for chapter 2 because that was crazy good. So I can't even imagine. I've heard a lot of insane things about chapter 2 though. Like insane things. So that makes me even triple excited. And I thought chapter 1 was phenomenal. So I'm excited to get to that. So at this moment, thank you very much for all your time. I hope you all enjoyed this video. absolutely phenomenal game. I'm so happy I got a chance. I'm playing Peak, bro. This is so fun. So thank you again, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Later.